This would be Flats and I. Hello, everybody. We're going to be...
Hello.
There's another video I was going to play, but I'll play that in the middle of one of, like, the things. Hello, everybody. So we're going to be playing this. Hopefully everything goes well. First time getting everything set up with all this. So we're going to go to the match right now. Start watching it. Give me 1 second here to switch over to everything and start hearing the sound. Tell me if the sound sounds good here, chat. How are the mic levels and the sound? Everything good?
Right. We don't have his Genji stats. Sorry, guys.
Just let me know.
Yeah, I mean, he probably would have been in the upper echelon of...
How's the mic to the sound? We good?
Yeah. Violet, I think it was... it may have been either Vast or Johnny we were talking about. It's like, this season is prime for the Violet MVP.
I think we're good.
He has been too good.
Perfect. All right. Tell me how this looks, chat. Ready? Here we go.
Like one of those big...
Get ready. I'm going to do the main scene now.
Say the same for Smurf. We don't
how we
see
looking?
him, but,
Everything look good?
You know what?
We'll see how he goes here.
I feel like there was a
Get Ilios first.
Start off with the rush. Super's go. Oh, here we go. This is going to be good.
Wait, oh, yeah, you're a little bit ahead of me, so I got to probably fix that.
We'll get onto that topic. That's another story
Yeah,
here.
mine fell behind. Give me 1 second on this, okay? It's going to be scuffed for 1 more second. 1 second. Get ready. Going to this scene. I got to refresh. Give me 1 second. Timeout. Wait for it.
Well, there's double hit scan.
Yep,
here.
there we go. Okay, we're good.
Different to what we saw from their Dallas Fuel. A little bit tough for Mirror to play.
All right, see, perfect.
Here. He's going to have to try and
Are we
get out of
synced up?
sight.
Definitely. Oh, we're close to synced up. All right, here.
Passive position now.
Mine was far behind. We're good. All right. So welcome, everybody, to the first watch party we're going to be having here with the Shock. We're going to be doing it every Shock match, it seems like. I'm excited. I'm excited. Let me know how the sound levels are. It's the first time doing it, okay? We're going to have the castles going. You're going to be able to hear Flats and I. Welcome, everybody. It's also Flats' birthday. Happy birthday, Flats.
A smug smile.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Thank you.
One of the newest additions to San Francisco now as they got a bit of aggressiveness.
So it looks like the San Francisco Shock roster to start is going to be Striker, Nero, Super, Choi, Violet, and FD God. Wedge. I'm excited to see. We haven't seen Choi on Diva in like forever. Well, not forever, but I'm excited.
Anyone in a while.
I know. I'm excited.
If you focus
some rush versus double bubble, I love it.
The other one just goes uncontested
volume
for a bit of time.
Increase OWL volume or down?
Burn through the bubbles and whatnot.
I think it's up.
Okay, well, type 1 to increase the OWL volume, 2 to turn it down, just so I know.
Here for the Gladiators to get another good fight.
These Echo compositions don't use Mercy, right? It's much harder for Echo to deal with like consistent poke damage as Shu needs to get line of sight on Mirror, and she would otherwise prefer to be probably healing Muse or giving a nano boost or using a biotic grenade. So tough for Mirror to really do what he wants to do.
Also, thank you, chat, for all the birthday wishes. You guys are very sweet.
I already forgot.
Tactical guys are actually very relevant against this lineup.
He said 1
here.
for turn it
That
up,
pulse
2 to
bomb
turn
from
down, I
Kevster
think.
gets rid of the immortality field, but ultimately doesn't do much more than damage to the Diva.
Actually, no one I forgot to, actually.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, this chat, okay. I can't even tell, is it? All right, anyway.
Gun barrier here for FD God and Violet needed it. He was clinging to life just barely now.
This picture's fantastic.
Yeah, I love this. This is great. So obviously Shock was able to win the first fight there. Well, not the first fight. They retook and took it, so Gladiators.
I want one of those.
You're gonna have
with a nice Shock one.
Okay, we'll have to go to get it. All right, so I'll try to turn it down in a second. We'll adjust it from there.
Especially with that mini Diva keeps it alive.
That's great.
And now it's San Francisco who need to advance.
All right, we need Shock to win this.
1000%.
But Super does have Shatter coming up here, so I'm really excited to see if he can get a good Shatter off. It's funny because they're running 2 different comps if you look at it. Shock is running Rush, and Gladiators are running what we would call double bubble, which is where you run Winston, Zarya, and then an Anna, and play for Nano.
Shu has line of sight right now on him, so Muse, playing a little safer. Graviton Surge also assisting him, so both tank confidence being used for the Gladiators. And it buys them a decent amount of time, gives them some space as well.
But what's your time, by the way, Flats, out of curiosity? What percentage are you at?
Gladiators, without any real shields,
57, 58.
Okay, I'm only 2 seconds ahead of you. This is perfect. We'll be fine.
Okay.
All right, just I'll react first.
1 point, so that's probably what it is.
I'll react first, okay?
And then refresh.
No, don't refresh because you're gonna be 6 seconds ahead.
Mobile of the Kempster next to the pulse bomb there.
So I just stay in the past.
But if you go onto the McCree, you're dealing with a Batiste.
All right. We gotta watch Super here.
Ooh. Oh my!
Nero got a huge pick right there. That was like huge.
Really,
actually, Shock's gonna win this corner here.
Batiste much more of a valuable pick
Let's
now.
go.
Taking this corner is actually super important too.
Yep.
Different aspect. Another environmental kill for FD.
Gladiators did a really good job of like delaying that, but Shock is definitely winning this fight.
Showing up. There may have been doubters. I may have been one of them, but right now he's silenced every single one of them.
Oh, there we go.
San Francisco look to retake the point now.
All right. And then obviously for anybody wondering, Choi went into the well there. Choi went into the well there so they could reset and get the suit back in time. Because FD God will go back and spawn to get Choi back, and then Choi will be here. And if Shock needs to like wait a second, they'll just sit there and kind of wait to start the fight. But Super has his ult, so
a lot of ult coming up. This is looking very good.
We're either about to see MTD in the chat or MTD in the chat. Because no matter what happens here, there's going to be something that happens. As you know with Super, whether he hits a shatter or misses a shatter.
Something's going to happen here, and something's going to happen.
Yeah. Here it comes. Here it comes. Big slam. There we go. Let's go. Hey, that's what we needed.
All right.
Let's go.
Too much value from the Deadeye. As much of that has already been gained.
Let's
go.
go.
Roll back. Defense matrix protects him from the Kempster, who's desperately
probing. That was exactly
what was needed.
There we go.
There we go.
Exactly what was
Too
needed.
late for the Gladiators in the shot.
All right.
With quite a wacky composition for this kind of map.
All right, I'll adjust the volumes as soon as I can. Okay, chat.
Not what you expect.
Now, I'll adjust the volumes to work with Flats a little bit. Flats, get a little bit closer to your mic for now.
I can't even think of the last time we saw
like basically on it.
Soldier.
I'm looking at the webcam right now.
Like double hit scan type of setup that didn't include like a Widowmaker in the mix.
Hello, everybody.
Really interesting there. That's going to be 5 environments.
There we go. That's what we like to see.
Reinhardt hates.
Yeah, we'll adjust volumes after this. I don't know how to do it. I want to switch scenes in between when we do it, okay? So it'll take.
What's your timer say right now?
3 seconds now.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah, and maybe the
all right, perfect.
Potential, I guess.
All right, so.
Ultimate, so
this is an exciting matchup because I've heard, obviously Gladiators are really, really good and obviously Shock. Champs. So looks like actually Shock's gonna be running Winston Diva this time around. So it looks like it's a Winston Diva mirror with also Brig Anna, which is actually really interesting.
You're gonna have to adjust a little bit.
Well, that's why you brought him in.
It's exciting to see.
Fantastic out, right?
They're running the Ashe though instead of the Tracer.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna play this more defensively.
Well, yeah, that seems to be the comp. Is that it's all about basically about space creation. One team takes space, one team plays defensive, and then you just kind of go off of that.
Go for more of a high ground. Looks to be like a little bit more of a slower type of play.
This seems to be
high ground take is so clean.
Give Mirror a headache composition as much as possible at the very least here. Bear in mind, neither of these Echoes.
Violet's really close to Nano. They actually might use Nano first here.
And
Mirror's already down.
So Hogan's able to finish the kill here. I think Nero stays alive if he gets high enough in the air. Nice
Nano into super.
Gets Anna, and that should be a kill on Brig. Let's go. Let's go, Super.
That's as clean as it gets, to be honest with you.
That's what we like to see.
During this fight.
That is what we like to see.
The Gladiators, they didn't really need to kind of go up there and constantly challenge.
Let's go.
They could have just
see that was a fight where Shock basically gave them the first point to like kind of set up and then have their ultimates and then go in and retake, and they feel that it's harder to retake than just to take the first thing. They don't want to like lose the point. They're not worried about the point is what I mean. They're worried about winning the first initial fight,
well,
even if they have to cap
it. Yeah, they're in a really good spot because they have rally and both tankles. So if Gladiators play aggressive, they have rally. If they don't play aggressive, both tankles just make so much space.
Yep.
So either way, this is a very good fight.
All right, big fan.
And it's harder to retake it like completely when you actually have the map control fully, which is what Shock has right now. They're playing really smart, really smart. Huge pick by Nero.
Definitely gets to do some aggressive things. Musa's already gone down.
Tank goes down in this meta, you lose that fight pretty much instantaneously.
They're going to realize they have nothing to work with no Winston.
Got the Shock jersey on, everybody. I love it.
And beautiful play there.
Nice.
I love it.
Able to keep the supports alive as using the duplicators. That is a Nano.
That was great. I love it.
Brig, I believe. Doesn't get much.
I love it.
As I believe, Skewed was already very low before that, but Shock looking in control here. I was
thinking Nano Winston again. That's all I need to do.
Matrix keeping FD God.
All right, what do we have all wise here?
Specifically,
it looks like wow. They're gonna have copy. They're gonna have deval, and they're gonna have Nano. So they're probably just Nano super in. Yep. There's super getting nanoed. So he's going to be on point right now.
DPS position apparently. Nero's duplicated a Winston.
The double Winston.
Double Winston.
Small room. Nero on the juggle.
Here we go.
Trying to chase down Kempster, who has to recall.
Oh, you love to see it.
100%. Now Nero returns to the
Nobody's died yet.
In charge. 87% to 30. The self-destruct will buy some time, and with Violet
that's
going
just a
down,
reset.
that is a glimmer of hope.
That's just a reset.
Nero's
that actually,
hit with a biotic grenade.
The unfortunate part is that Shock did invest a lot of ultimates there, but they're still going to have Winston ult, and they're going to have Bob. I wonder if they'll just bob
You know, we
point
touch on it for a second.
and then try to like cause pressure towards
they
point
lose
and then.
Once in the
Oh no, never mind. They went Tracer.
Nero wins in this fight.
They switched
They
Tracer.
could hard bait it though. Now that they're changed up to Tracer, they could actually just like absorb it and try to blow them up really quick.
Yeah, they end up swapping Striker to Tracer, which Striker's Tracer
it's pretty
is
fortunate when you're like the best
Oh,
team in
yeah.
the league for 2
So
years,
good.
and you can just
So
go to
good.
players and say, hey, do you want to come?
So that was a really good switch. Clearly, they didn't feel like
lot of
Ash
players
or
very
Bob would be good in that
Oh, see,
situation.
hey, yeah, they did it picture
Nano
perfect.
boosted
There we go!
time, but
They
really
didn't
not
blow
too
him
much, and then the sticky bombs just
But
punish
oh, but Mira got to pick on the FD
Mira's able
God.
to reciprocate and get rid of
They might
it.
have just
He got
reset. They had to do one more.
That was the best they could do for that fight,
blasting
though.
off again. 73%.
See, even though they don't have any ultimates, I still think it's winnable. What they'll probably do is they'll probably have Violet build up a really fast Nano, and they'll engage with Nano. Whether or not, I don't know if they're going to use it. See, I obviously haven't been scrimming or anything like that in
not
general.
able to get much with it.
Um,
Kepster with a pulse bomb, a few all their
we don't
ultimates
scrim.
available.
So
for
I'm
Gladiators
definitely
in the
curious to
fight.
see if they're going to
Shots
Nano their
flying, getting
backline
control of
if
high ground.
Gladiators rush or if they just
Maybe
Nano
somebody
super in.
comes
Probably
in
just
there
Nano
and
super
really
in.
get
I just don't know
from
quite
Violet.
specifically how this comp is working nowadays.
Setting up
Oh, yeah, they went with the
potentially
Nano and
Super
super in.
and bomb.
Which is fine because if you look,
Putting
they
down, you know what
oh
kind,
wow,
chat?
Kevster
Pulse
just got a
bomb
huge
thrown
pick
on
there.
FD got there.
But Nero got a
He's gonna be
trade.
traded out here in the primary
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
He'll be able to force super
What are the
away,
ultimates looking like here? I think Super's gonna probably die soon unless he just. He might be able to get out actually.
Fight for great whip shot from
They just need to play to live. Play to live for
Super to
now.
find his target. Violet goes down
Oh,
now,
that's
and
your
Nero's
favorite
just going
call,
to get
isn't it?
ruined.
Well, yeah,
by
I mean, when you do it,
They're gonna
you
make
just
this one
you feed in and
competitive.
die
They're gonna make this
immediately.
You tell me
interesting.
play to live
One
when I'm
apiece.
already
Anyways.
10 HP. I've got 2 picks. I'm in their
They're
back
not
line.
really
What
able
do you want me
shot
to do?
make that
Play to live.
Ash Echo
That's
combination.
not how that works,
work.
though. Like,
Is-
Ryan in this minute
I
is a
would love to see
battering
them
ram.
play.
I
Look, at any time that you
open
can
the
put
door,
Striker on
I take a few
Tracer,
with me, and then
you would love
the rest
to
is up
see
to you.
that.
You know,
But
see you
it
later.
seems
Good
like,
luck.
at least with the
Oh, yeah.
composition of the players
Absolutely.
we have in now, that if you're
We'll
going
go
to
with
play
that.
long-range hit
All right,
scans,
third match though. Third match. This is a good matchup already. The last match was really good too, so I'm super excited to see if we can have like just another really close match across the team. Now, obviously, we want Shock to 3-0, but if it's a close match and competitive, that's what we want to see, right?
I really like the Ryan rush over the Winston rush though here, or the double bubble.
Yeah.
Just as
Oh,
good
yeah,
as
absolutely.
any other for Soldier.
I mean,
Or at least just as good
that's
as
kind of on
Soldier.
brand, but either way,
Yep.
like,
We'll see.
So it
Yeah,
looks
the
like,
legs
once
are
again,
Nero
Gladiators
without
is going
the
for that
gas.
double bubble comp,
A
and
lot
Shock
of
is going
open
with
space
Rush,
around the
which
point,
obviously Rush is going to be the
where
Ryan
both
Diva.
of these hits
Sometimes
can
you'll see
provide
Ryan Zarya, but I've
so
been
much
hearing it's mainly
consistent
Ryan Diva.
damage.
McCree,
And just push
no
you
May.
back
They're running Soldier,
constantly,
actually.
the team
And then
wants to
Lucio
be
Bap,
aggressive
and then
on
double bubbles where you run
Right.
Anna Brig, and Anna just farms up Nano, and you just double bubble with the
Playing
Winston
it's all
Zarya.
going to be taking space here and then holding it with Striker.
Yeah.
Like, Striker's the key.
And the reason why it's called double bubble is because you have Winston's bubble and you have Zarya's bubbles.
There it is.
Yep, there we go.
And Super can roll their Reinhardt with the Kree and just blow him up. That's
Yep.
why this comp is so
Now-
good right now.
Now for the Soldier pick, I'm curious. Do they use that so they can just have healing station when they engage in to have more survivability?
Yeah, they run Soldier for his healing station. Yeah. No, he at the beginning of the fight he was on the right
No,
side.
I
so
know.
he's
I'm
probably
just
gonna be
kidding,
flanking.
obviously. I'm gonna start playing. I'm gonna go play some Soldier.
Oh yeah, same dude. Yeah.
This will give the Gladiators.
I know. Yeah, they have him off angle on the side on the play, and then he comes in and they just
can
goes
play
through.
at range and just
Oh
out
man.
damage, McCree and 76 at that long
You can
range.
also set up dives.
But
with
this is
Dynamite
this is
as
the
well, right? You get a
I
good
feel like when they
connection,
run a
and
comp, this
then
is the
Muse
comp
feels
that Shock
better
wants
at
to
diving
run.
in a really
Yeah,
tactical
You know,
this
they
is-
wanna-
This is bread and butter.
Yeah. And it looks like in this comp, Nero's job is basically to play an off angle, and then as they engage, runs away to bait their cooldowns out, and then be there for the fight. But obviously, Super went down there, so he wasn't able to do much during that.
Muse going in.
Yeah, that was
I
just
don't think
unlucky,
they-
honestly.
Yeah.
I actually, to be completely honest with you, I don't know the exact reason behind the comp, but if you consistently see Nero on the off angle, it's probably that if they leave him there, he's going to do a lot of damage. And you can see Mira set up on the bridge over there, so Mira's waiting. Well, you can't see it because my webcam's away, but Mira's on the bridge waiting for Nero to go there. So I don't really know specifically yet, but as I see the matches, I'll kind of understand the comp a little bit more.
I wonder if it's because of the Ana, because with that they can heal up each other very easily, but Ana has to heal one target at a time. So if Nero's poking from the side,
Yeah.
Ana has to start digging up her heels instead of being able to focus on the Winston.
Yep.
Big
Big
slam!
slam!
That's a big slam!
Big
right
slam,
there,
let's
dude.
go!
Charge was almost perfect. Muse is knocked away, but in the meantime,
Really good
slowed
lamp.
down,
Really
and
good lamp.
the Shocker back
They don't
in
have lamp
control.
now, though, so...
Very
Oh,
late
wow.
on this Graviton surge, but it is good enough. Deadeye used in the
And Nano
background by
Winston's so
striking. There's
strong
very
and
little
just-
to dissuade the Gladiators.
After the grab
from going
just cuts
for
through.
That was
a
really, really good,
re-engagement
though.
late in the fight.
All right.
Mirror throws a celebratory duplicated self.
Hope everybody watching is having a great day today. Good to have the Overwatch League back. It's been like, it feels like it's been forever.
Yeah, it's the
Here,
longest
I think the last time we saw was
what?
what? Shock winning it all, you know?
Super was so low.
September?
I think it was October,
Might have been October, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like
this will be rally to open things up from skew.
I want. I also thinking about it now in this comp, and I could be wrong. When they play against double bubble, they aren't running D.Va either, so Soldier will get a little bit more value too, and can also probably help a little bit against like Echo, because Echo isn't pocketed in this comp.
Doesn't really seem to find a mark. They get rid of Muse. There's an Ant Matrix in the way as well, but no one from the Gladiators was far enough.
Really good disengagements by Shock. One thing we can say is that they disengage is really good.
Shock to move to the point.
Oh wow. Shock should have this fight.
Yeah, and they killed Muse there.
There's
so
no ultimates.
Good
tracking by Nero there. Yeah, that was
Nero. Beautiful track and take
that was a really good fight. That's what I like to see.
The sky. So the point will flip back towards the Shock. How do they adjust to be able to hold now? They don't have any ultimates to work with. Primal Rage and the Nano Boost coming online here for the Gladiators.
Hey, come on, Shock!
52% and counting, and the Shock can put the
right now. Shock
is gonna be a tough fight right
yeah.
here.
Well,
if Shock wins this fight, they win the game because Gladiators are going to commit ultimates to try to win this. And if, in my opinion at least, Shock would win the game if they win the fight.
Yeah, the big things to watch.
The map's probably over. Here it is, gets a bubble, everything given to Muse. Look how low Striker was here. Muse
Shock can disengage correctly. Shock still has another fight, in theory. Especially if they die at the correct time here, so they should have a good retake. But they have to kind of push through right now. As you can see, Gladiators are going to push forward. Well, yeah, because if they get a good grab off, it's pretty much over. Yeah, Super had to switch the ball.
They have to turn and deal with them. That allows the rest of the Gladiators to push up, finish those players off. It'll be Super on the wrecking ball here to touch.
Super touch, but I don't even know if he'll be able to do it.
Keep it going here. Focusing beam doesn't quite find the kill.
Wait, whoa, that was huge.
Gets shut down, and this might be the
Let's go, come on.
But Muse has found two, and that's both supports down to his hand. Striker has no choice but just to push forward. Try and go all gas, no brakes. He hits the flash, but gets taken down straight after. And this is what it looks like when you have no healers.
Wow,
the San Francisco shop, they're out of options.
One thing is for sure.
And the Gladiators
this is going to be a good match.
In this California clash.
This is going to be a good match.
Oh, this is going to be a really.
I think on the rush heavy maps, Shock's going to be much stronger.
I think that's what I'm curious to see how. Yeah, I agree with you, Flats. I'm curious to see how everything's going to go in general.
Really just a lot of damage.
I'm curious to see how they go forward with that. It's okay. Listen, it's just one map. One thing is for sure. It's first to 3. So you know what?
Hyped up as a big ticket player.
You gotta have some fun with it, right? You gotta have some fun, enjoy yourself. I do think I'm curious to see how it goes when they play maps that work a little bit better for them. But they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Right now seems to suit a player like him very well. Map 1 goes over to the Gladiators here.
Is it a
Shock to fire back
hybrid?
On the other side of the break.
I think so.
I wonder if we're seeing another King's Row.
Oh, I love King's Row.
I do too.
Okay, it's okay, chat. Listen, just one map.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile, America's largest and fastest 5G network.
It's all good.
Yeah. Set your sights on the competition
on a rush-centric map, on a linear map, I don't like that. They've very much shown that they like the rush.
Well, you know what?
So
coming from 2 players with about a 12% win rate on Koth who play only rush, we can promise you that today when we played, we started we played a lot of Koth, and let me tell you what.
What, 0-5, 1-5.
Listen, you know what? It's. But how did we finish the day? 7-5.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Turn around. You know.
See, that's what matters. Shock's gonna pop. Shock's gonna pop off the next few maps.
Yeah, we're very good at control.
Yep.
Very good.
Yep, we got this. We got this.
Yeah, we do you have stats for everything, right? Like, do we even have a positive Koth win rate somewhere?
I don't know. I know that I'll have to look at it all. Yeah, we have stats of all our maps. I love this video.
Does it get rid of Masa? Come on. He'll get rid of Kodak.
You know what I miss?
What do you miss?
I miss home stands.
Oh yeah.
In the block.
I can't wait for that to come back.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wait, were they playing?
That is exactly
exactly what the doctor ordered.
Hope everybody's doing well in the chat. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for hanging out with us during this co-stream. So it's an exciting day, like we were saying. It's the opening day of Overwatch League.
Right.
And it's the Flat's birthday. So that's awesome. So also make sure if you like the channel here on the Shock YouTube, make sure to sub to the channel. I know Shock would love that. I know Shock would love that.
Young student, a portable
also, there's gonna be. I know one of the discords. One of the discords is that they have, and it should be a link in the chat. They basically run predictions, and they do. I think it was, if I'm correct, OWL token giveaways for it.
With Overwatch League perks, you can instantly connect your YouTube
Be
account
perfect.
to your Battle.net account.
Did we all see that?
Legendary skins
What?
as
See
well
what?
as in
No.
new sprays and Overwatch League
What did I miss?
No, never mind. I think we all. Never mind.
I wasn't looking.
No, you missed it. You missed it.
Oh, did I?
Oh yeah. Thank you again, chat.
Like eating a
You guys are very
hamburger
sweet.
shirtless at your computer.
Yeah. It's
Or
only the
eating
first
a
map.
salad with your bare hands, shirtless at your computer. Or eating a whole turkey leg, also shirtless at your computer. Overwatch League perks by T-Mobile. They make everything better.
Huh?
The Overwatch League is brought to you by Coca-Cola, the official refreshment of the Overwatch League, and by IBM, the official cloud and AI partner of the Overwatch League.
All right, here we go.
Oh, this is the new
Oh, power rankings. I'm sure they're better than our power rankings.
Here I thought I was making.
What do you mean our
change
power
the
rankings were great? What do you mean?
Yeah. Stages mean. All right, what's new?
Yeah,
I tell you what.
looking good.
Which if you haven't seen it, go look at it.
If I can
Yeah, make sure to check out the power rankings
After today.
Yeah, after the
videos.
match.
I mean,
check
here
out
are
the
your
Shock
power
YouTube,
rankings with IBM Watson. This is your overall.
where we did our power rankings, which were just absolutely fantastic. I mean, some of the best power rankings you're going to see.
I mean, we have all the insider info.
Oh,
of
we knew all.
course.
Yeah, we were really good at it.
It's absolutely from top to bottom the best
Gotta be an
tier
MVP
list
consideration.
out there.
Absolutely.
Well, he wasn't enough to make the difference.
100%. So make sure to check that out when you get a chance.
Totally not based off of our ranked experiences.
No.
I do think it's interesting what the Shock were trying to do strategy-wise. I do think it's actually quite valid. I'm interested to see if we.
Okay.
Ooh, they're subbing in Moth.
As the
Okay.
series moves on. We do have some subs here for map number 2.
Okay.
Birdring too.
Making his,
Yeah, and Birdring.
appearance here.
This is, obviously Moth was on Shock last year.
And then Moth
So it's going to be very, very
coming in first
interesting
too. So we
to see what happens
Moth
here.
to be a central part,
I know,
big part of
I know
the
people are hoping to see Moth
Gladiators.
play
We get
against
to see him
Shock,
here in
so
the second half.
this is where Shock comes back
Lucio player or main support at the very least
and
here.
pops
So
off.
that should be
Super
a decent
is obviously
teaser
still
as
in
to
right
what
now.
to expect
For anybody
from
wondering, since I do have the
Los
webcam set up that
Angeles
way, we have
Gladiators now, and I
pretty
mean,
much the
Moth
same.
was, I mean,
Same
it's safe to say
roster
a huge
there
part
on
of San Francisco's success in the 2020 season.
same
I'm
roster
sure
there for Shock
seeing
for
them
this
on the
map.
other side of
And
the map for some fans must be tough. But hey, the Gladiators, like
we're on to Eichenwalde, one of my favorite maps.
They are
Believe it or
here
not.
to win championships.
While I do love
and
King's
that's
Row,
how they start.
Eichenwalde is one of those
Winning
maps
Helios
where
2-1.
I'll somehow
And Eichenwalde
give the other
comes up
team
next.
4.5 minutes,
Expect to
and I'll
see
still
them
win the
as a
match.
Eichenwalde's the other King's Row to me.
Birdring is in the server.
That's just my head.
Yeah, they'll cap with 4.5 minutes. We pop off. It might be because the main thing I'm playing with, might be because I just don't know how to play the map that well.
Team that you don't think
What did you just say?
I'm on Eichenwalde here. I'm excited to see what Shock and Gladiators can do here. Hopefully Shock wins it though. Let's go. I'm excited.
How care you on this map?
The Shock in terms of the player, but it's a little bit of like a. Oh, does he think
I'm excited.
better than us?
I wonder if they'll do some kind of like
what's
may hold the choke.
Behind it,
It's kind of
right?
insulting, I guess,
I'm ready.
with our teammates. Yeah.
I'm ready. I mean, I don't know what comp they're gonna run. I'm actually curious to see.
Back, everybody, you're crushing.
Yeah, it actually did not drop a single Eichenwalde
really
last year. That's actually nuts.
Reason to kind of go.
So that's
Moth,
now I'm a Shock streamer, and obviously I don't lose many Eichenwalde maps either.
To pick the
You're welcome.
Gladiators
So,
and go with them, and they
you know what it is? Okay, so
very strong.
we are definitely seeing. It looks like we're going to be seeing the
Has to be a real
Maycom,
threat to the Shock this year.
unless something changes, which makes sense because of how the map plays. May does make sense here, and it looks like we're going to be seeing a lot of looks like May McCree from Gladiators. So
pretty crucial
that's
considering
interesting.
Muse was getting much of those resources.
Switches
over
very
to
meta
McCree.
comp from,
I imagine Shock will
Overwatch.
probably run May McCree here also, which I've been. This is when I've been asking about meta in my games. This is the comp that I've been hearing about the most. The Rhine, the McCree, the May, the Lucio, the BAP, and the Diva. And obviously, I love playing Diva, so I'm not going to complain about that. Let's go, chat.
This is your
Let's
rush.
go.
we'll see it.
I think they might try to isolate him at the
May
choke.
for both sides.
That's why they
Lucio,
want to take this fight.
For both teams.
Oh yeah, I'll turn. I forgot to turn on the casters. I'll do it at halftime. Remind me to do it at halftime. That way we don't miss any of the action right here.
Let's see how he goes up against,
We already missed 12 seconds of action earlier. At the beginning when I didn't have the stream. Let's go! Huge pick.
There, and even look at that. Even
That's
the
exactly what
Immortality
they
not enough
needed.
to save Muse.
That was a
That's
great way to get through the
disastrous
choke
start
right
for
there.
this
That was
fight
actually
for Gladiators
fantastic.
now.
Very
So
smart.
Jobin may be desuited,
Joy
but he'll have
did
that
lose the
back in no
suit,
time, and
but
quickly
coming from one of the,
Gladiators off the point to say,
Baby
"Look
Diva
right
can be
here.
very
We're gonna
strong.
give some percentage of
How do
just
I
trying to
know?
get
I'm
back
always
into the
Baby
fight.
Diva when I'm playing Diva.
Yeah, I mean, you lose
Now,
your
why am I
mind.
feeding so much? I mean,
It's
'cause
so
my-
tough, as that'll be space who gets on the
Yeah,
contest.
yeah.
Nice Maywall there
Don't you
from
dare
Nero,
try to turn that
almost
around me.
blocked Muse and get back to the point.
Immortality
Big
Field
window
has to
here,
get
right
one.
away.
Super
Nice
combo.
fire strike.
Super
Wow.
equalizes instantly
timing on
the
that was
air face,
perfect.
That was
just throws the
perfect.
strike.
That down.
Oh,
At
the
100, well, that's 200 damage rather.
quality just
Straight
did-
to the face.
okay, there we go.
Very, very
Just a
hard
little
for
bit.
Muse to
There
deal
we
with
go.
that
We're
kind of
good.
burst from
Waiting for
enemy
the
Reinhardt.
Gladiators window to go down.
He's hunting.
That was a really good strike. And one thing about these fights, by the way, which you might notice, and this is what's awesome about OWL, but Overwatch in general now, or with this meta, is these fights seem always winnable for one team, and somehow the other team either turns it around, or every team has to use like 4 ults.
And wasn't picked off.
It's insane.
Still though, that's not enough.
It looks like, yes, it does look like Shock will take this though. And actually,
Space is trying to buy as much time as he can.
if you look at the ults right now for Shock, they were able to build up quite the ult pool there. They did use Beat, which obviously Beat can take a while, but Gladiators did too. So this is actually really good going to the next fight. Here's the question: can Choi eat this Mayo? And that wasn't MTD by Super. I absolutely agree with you. 100%.
Yep.
100%.
I mean, there's anyone you got to ask to eat a male, you probably want Troy doing it, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let the McCree get the Deadeye, kind of free fire from above.
Muse
That was a
drops
huge
down.
male.
Here's
Yep.
the Blizzard, though. He walks straight
That high
into
noon,
one.
nice.
Jedi gonna be coming out here from Bird
Choi
Grenade,
just
in
made
the
a
way.
huge
Down
play.
to the challenge
Back
on the
out,
high
yep.
ground.
Yep.
He drops down, but
Finishing
again,
it off.
Muse is
Nice
the first
job.
pick here for
Gladiators trying to
Gladiators.
flip it
And
with
when
the
they're
mail,
right
but it's
hard,
not gonna be
it falls
enough.
apart.
Not even
Striker
close.
comes to
Not
collect.
even close.
That's huge though, because that's a big ult.
That was awesome. That was really, really well played by Shock.
They're
they-
trying to put Striker on high ground here.
I'm not quite sure if they want to go high ground yet, because I feel like that gives May a little bit more value. It's really going to be on Choi to be able to take care of the high ground when they go there, for them to readjust. I'm kind of curious to see what Nero does with his May wall here, because if they do fight them from the high ground, then a really good May wall could win the fight for them if they're able to get the cooldowns up. But yeah, I'm definitely curious. They're not taking high ground, which clearly
Yeah,
they
yeah.
like the sight lines better here, rather than going on the high ground and having a May be able to wall them off.
Probably didn't have much time to. Probably was really smart.
Maybe, but they can go behind him, too.
Until he got back behind that May
Oh,
wall.
huge
Shadow
block
attack.
by
He's
Super.
interrupted by
Let's
the
go.
Blizzard, if I'm not mistaken. He's not able to
Oh.
drop the hammer as he would have liked to.
Let's
This
go.
has been awfully
Finish
well
it.
done
MTD,
so
right?
far, Matt. Another
MTD.
checkpoint here.
Hey, there
for
we
San
go.
Let's
Francisco,
go.
and the
Really,
Gladiators
really, really
seem to
good,
be listless.
First 2 points here out of Shock. Well played across the
Clean
board.
it up. Finish it up.
And if you didn't notice, they're winning some of the fights even without their ultimates. Like, Gladiators have had a good ult pool going in, and they just weren't able to do that. Now, Shock does have their ult, so Super has a big shatter coming up.
There's one, maybe 2 fights here,
Yep.
and they have their only thing they're close to is beat, and it's 40 off, and they have high noon, but Shock's got a few ults coming up.
Yep. And we do have Mail coming up here, too, which is going to be huge.
Oh, Choi eats the whole thing.
Nice. And if you saw what Choi did there, he went at an angle to be able to eat it, like, the whole Diva ult.
Smart.
Yep. If he just, like, stood behind the Rhine shield, it might have gotten somebody in the back, but he went at an angle to be able to eat it across the whole cart. Insanely good play.
This is actually like this is an overall team diff, but this tanks are just leading the way.
Oh,
here.
this is perfect. Perfect
This is a
gameplay.
massive tank diff.
Yep. Striker will probably try to, yeah, I was going to say, Striker's going to high noon here. Basically zone him out. Going to get a free kill on somebody that, unless Shock really screws up this team fight.
No, they've got it. They already won it. Almost 4 minutes.
Oh my. I'd be a little bit upset if I was
map.
under 4 minutes, but I mean, you know, we'll take 357.
Good rush map. They're good on it. They've rehearsed it. They've been always good at rush.
That was insanely well played.
Do we see
You'd
a
love to
similar
see it.
composition to
That's
what we
a
got on
massive
Elio's,
tank
like the
diff.
Soul
Oh
76
my
was pretty
God.
good,
That was
but
insane.
Nero goes over towards the May, and that is bad news for Muse.
Super knows it, too. Look at him, he's smiling.
Very, very
He knows.
good. It's
He
Nero that
knows.
sets
Yeah.
up the first kill of the round onto Muse.
Yep.
Allows the Shock to pick off the enemy Reinhardt. And this reminds me.
That was
of San
insanely good
Francisco were able
gameplay
to do
right
it in
there.
grand
Holy
finals last
crap.
year. isolate and
you love to
sort of
see it.
focus down the enemy team's
I wonder if
main tank
Gladiators are going to try to walk out here and beat them, or they're going to change it up.
Muse is getting
Because they do
focused
not
down.
look as good as Shock on Rush.
Yeah, I mean, my guess
Also
is
part
that
of the shock,
like
which
if you're in that
but
situation, you have to look at it
coming
this
into
way.
season,
They
the
essentially
talk,
just
obviously the talk is about so many other
they essentially got
teams because
snowballed the
they've
whole time. It was just the fight was
their
just
roster so much.
they never had a chance to
But
really
still, it's probably a part of the shock.
like win a team fight, and sometimes that happens in Overwatch where you'll just lose 17 fights in a row.
No, the shock.
7, 18 fights in a row, and like, if you won even one team fight, you may have fallen them. So from their point of view, you finish with time here, you never know what can happen, especially with overtime spots. Now, obviously, we want Shock to hold them on first point, but you know, when you look at a time bank like this, let's say there's 4 minutes on the clock and you finish with 1 minute, then you get OT spawns. Overtime spawns, you spawn a lot longer, which means that's why whenever you have overtime spawns, you find yourself winning games, even if you don't have as much time. So it's one of those things where, you know, I don't think Gladiators are going to go, oh, it's over, next map, right? That's it, GG's.
Oh, no.
You know, they're typing in the chat to each other. Like, I think they're going to continue on, try to win and go from there. But obviously we want Shock to full hold. So.
Attack here goes go on board with Moth. Not a great start for Moth on the Gladiators, right? Not in.
I think they're trying to give it a little more space. They want to let the DPS try to make some plays here because
early there from Nero. So now the Gladiators they
here it is. Yep, they're looking for the Maywall, looking for the rush.
Oh, super! Somehow, you know,
Looks like Shock was okay with giving up a tick.
Just slipped straight on through there. Must have been oiled up in the break.
Honestly, that's
Nicely
fine
done.
though.
Yeah.
Winning the fights is most important.
Also a little low. Okay, so amplification matrix here.
long as
This
it's
Maywall
not
will
three.
get taken down pretty quickly, but FD God is removed by
Huge
Shu.
window, though.
What can Violet do from this
Building
position?
that up in time.
That was really good, yeah.
Amped here and
100%.
going over towards Tricobin's direction
Oh,
now, but it's
Super
a
gets
brawl on the point.
flashed.
Great freeze coming out there from Kevster, and the Earth Shatter from Muse is definitely
And just like that, Gladiators win a really
Gladiators
fast team
look
fight.
very good when it
See
comes
that?
to attacking here as
Just
well.
like that.
San Francisco very quickly have to get back in the saddle.
They caught Super with a little bit of the freeze and then the flash.
I remember I told people to remind me to do the things people were saying. Oh yeah, just the volume. I'm like, oh, why? I forgot I asked them to tell me to do that at halftime.
It looked like there was a little bit of panic that they weren't going to be able to get out.
Okay, remind me at the end of the match to do it. Okay, we'll be good to go, and I'll turn the volume down by like 10%. We can get a really good a sound level going between the casters and everybody. Work in progress. We'll get everything figured out today.
For healing. There's a McCree on his right side. It's actually a May. I don't think he realizes.
Really
that.
good play
But as
there.
It comes out. Deadeye still gets Muse again. The focus on the main.
Striker.
See, now-
Shock may pay off.
This is what I mean. You see how Shock was able to stop that fight? If Shock loses this fight, it's going to be hard for him to retake. So as long as Shock wins this fight, which is I think why Gladiators just ulted is to try to keep this fight going, but yeah, they actually used beat. Which I'm not sure was the play, but there must have been a reason behind
Super
it.
needs help right now.
Maybe it was to keep space
Oh,
alive. Space was quite low, but a super
The Maywall caught him.
shatter
Big
there.
slam?
Looks like he got frozen mid shatter. Sound barrier now here for the Shock as well. It's,
Listen,
this fight's kind of devolved into chaos.
It's messy. I mean, FD God goes for a beat. It works. It's not enough because Violet's
That Maywall
immortality
can
field
flip a
is too
fight
far to
so
the left.
fast.
Super is just outside
Maywall
of
and
it
Rush
there.
is, in
That's
my
what
opinion, one of the
cost
strongest
Shock in the
ability.
end. He would have
Is
lost the shadow
possibly
anyway,
the strongest
but he
ability in the game, even stronger than some ults.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
So now the Gladiators get the
See,
payload.
Gladiators actually going
Don't
half
have a
high ground,
Deadeye
kind of what
here
I
for
thought
Burger.
the Shock were going to do on their
Support him
second
up
point.
to the
Yeah,
high.
I think it's just maybe teams have like a
Shock-
different.
Unlike the Gladiators when they went
Like
to
maybe
the
Shock
high
is
ground,
comfortable
that
not
double
having that
back
high
there,
ground when they're
made
pushing it
so
there.
far. The Shock
Maybe, yeah.
can fight for the high
But as you
ground.
can-
A little bit too
Oh
close to the front
my.
line, though. No
Oh,
immortality
wow.
build and a gigantic
And as you
shatter
see what's
from Muse.
happening is that
Super's
these
able to
fights
pick
are
himself
just.
back up and find that kill, but the Shock
Those are actually
no closer
back to that
control
though.
of the card here.
Honestly,
Violet, though,
Shock
looking
just got
dangerous.
2
Ever
major picks
dangerous,
right
this
there.
man.
They were able to get
Have to
Rhine
go
and they
back
got
to
their
the
back.
castle.
So if you're gonna look here, there's only gonna be 4 on cart. Spaces isn't gonna be able to be healed up easily. Obviously, Moth's gonna have heals, but you don't want to waste speed boost. They're gonna speed. Yeah, I was gonna say they're gonna disengage out. They can't even touch that fight. That was an insanely. Oh!
They got him!
Oh, let's
That's
go.
huge. His face knew it too. You saw his face. He knew that was big. Now they don't have the Maywall bomb combo anymore.
Yep,
They
those
can't just wall off Super and kill their team.
Those picks at the end of the fight were huge. You see how like the turnaround there? That forced him to have to use his ultimate, and little plays like that are what win you games.
Still,
Huge picks.
They don't have to wait.
Huge
Rush
picks.
feels a lot like goats in some ways. It's just like
Okay,
these
that's a
little
headshot through an
tiny
matrix.
plays,
Yeah, Burger
little,
gets stand
like
and
being
charge.
perfect with
Immortality
everything.
goes
Yep.
going down, Space
How
is
you
able to
really
get rid of that,
succeed.
but has to trade his mech as a result.
This is one of those fights where I don't know what's gonna happen. FD God got pooped off the map, I think, but okay, really good play. Really good play by Shock here. Now, obviously, if Shock gets the kills here, Choi's gonna jump off the map because he's not even close to his suit.
Yep. There he
Which he
goes.
should do right now. Yep.
For a bit of a swing.
Obviously, one thing I want to point out once again, if you're playing Diva, and there's basically you have plenty of time to come back, especially in like a close spawn where they're at. You want to jump off the map if you only have like 20% on your suit. If you was at like 90%, it would regen up in like 4 seconds. So that's why Choi goes off the map right away. You want to be able to get your suit back immediately.
We've seen so many plays in just Overwatch.
They're gonna fight. They're gonna rotate high ground.
Yeah. Once again, I think with the engagement Shock want to take is they seem to be more comfortable in the open like space fights than they are with the high ground, like just like really like tight chokes. They seem to be more comfortable with the open space, which is why they're forcing the fight there rather than trying to like contest that. As you saw when they tried that, they did not do well in that fight.
I think they're trying to bait the rush here to then beat.
Well, yeah, they look at the open space here, and they have Diva ult too, right? So Choi has a really good Diva bomb here.
That was actually huge.
I don't know if Choi's going to use it. Oh, it's a big slam.
That's a big one. 3 get knocked down by that one, and Birdring playing from a very safe position, is able to still get violent.
There's the Diva bomb. That's probably going to get space.
Sound barrier,
yep.
That forced everybody back.
Really good play.
Right now.
FD God had to do that. That sucked, but he had to do it. Like, not like from his point of view. Like he was just in a spot where he's like heck.
Matrix of Birdring, not going to last that long there.
He's like heck.
They actually. No, definitely not with that type of play.
He had no way to survive that. Well, technically he would have survived it if Birdring didn't have flashbang. There's nothing he could do.
Right away, get him out of there. And the self-destruct actually demechs space and launches him over the side. So take out both tanks early in that fight.
Okay, another amplification matrix instantly used.
I have like this. Oh wow! I was gonna say I have this feeling that Shock loves playing in this part of the map. You can tell they're super comfortable just like playing this part of the map. Even then though, that was an insanely good play by them.
Waking from his
right?
It was a good flash shatter, yeah.
Like, think about how much time was on the clock. They just got like 3 minutes off the clock. So now for Shock, they have 2 options here. Win the team fight, or buy as much time as they can in this first team fight to where they get no time on the clock, and they basically, even if Gladiators can cap, there'll be no time. Gladiator side of things, they're going, we have to win this team fight now, we have to win it quick, because they want to be able to finish with time so they can actually win the map or have an opportunity. So actually... No, the card's actually too far.
We can save super.
Yeah, this is on a 1 team fight actually, because they weren't able to engage because of where they died at.
Ant Matrix used here by
it actually looked like a bunny hop shatter. I don't know if he
bunny hop shatter.
That's what happened, but well, we'll see. Violet goes to
might have been.
Birdring get a little bit too close for
huge pick by Striker there though. I don't know what's going to happen here. Striker does have high noon too, but it's not going to be a good spot to high noon in.
23 on the clock, and
the
Shock
wow,
spread over the end of the map right now, and Mock will be booping them away. Striker will be getting pummeled here by Muse. As it will be all hands on deck for the stall attempt here for San Francisco. Another nice shatter from Muse.
It did, but they had a really good lamp. This is great play right now by Shock. Even though they're losing like the fight right now, they've done a great job of delaying. They actually got Space DMech too.
Oh, in the big high noon? Oh, you got flash.
Space is DMech. Flash is down though. That means the tanks have more opportunity now.
This is perfect. This is actually the best thing you could ask for. Maybe they can get DMech on Space in the backline.
Yep. And Nero has May ult, so they're gonna be able to use May ult here.
Desperately is.
They got it.
That was great play.
Was that their super shatter?
Yeah,
no, it was
no.
Who's what?
From Striker.
If he didn't, super was on ball. Rolling around.
The start of the shatter and then the freeze.
Yeah,
I must be losing it.
Yeah, it's okay.
There's even a question about
whether
Gladiators can finish.
I imagine the super will switch back. That's one of the things that you see, by the way, too, where like super had mines there, but there's no point to just like play those mines there. Just go Rhine because obviously they haven't tracked the ult fully. So if he doesn't go Rhine there and they have Diva ult and Shatter, then or they might think they have it, then it wouldn't be worth it.
So good
at this point though, Shock has got it down to no time regardless. So if Gladiators,
something through the corner of
the ult didn't even go off. The ult didn't even go off. Holy crap!
Super Mary Poppins as he holds the shield to the sky, but it doesn't say Violet or
they got OT.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, in the end there, if you can play for OT, listen, if Shock gets full held on 4 minutes, that is just great play by Gladiators at that point. But there's nothing right now that we've seen where they're going to be able to stop Shock when they can play aggressive. Yep. So for now, Shock's going, you know what? We got a little bit of extra teamwork practice in there on second. They're not actually saying that. Or third. They're not actually saying that. But that was really, really good. One thing you see in Overwatch League in comparison to... One thing you see in Overwatch League in comparison to...
It's really scary there for the Gladiators.
That you'll see in comparison to like ranked is that when it's time to go into like the we need to delay point mode, you don't see like, you know, me rolling out on Wrecking Ball, bouncing off of 3 walls and dying immediately. You see the Wrecking Ball come out, touch the point for a half of a second. The Lucio just speed boost out and go from one side to the other, and then eventually they have enough people there where they can go May's on point, and then everybody else backs out, and then May's done. May uses wall, and everybody comes in, and now you have a 6v6 again. And that's something that's amazing. That's something that's amazing. Well, yeah, I'm gonna adjust the sound right after this 10%. All right, I got you. Well, we're not turning the casters off. I like having the casters on. We're just gonna turn the volume down a little bit so we can have better volume levels. Yeah, because people are saying it's a little bit louder, but I'm not gonna turn it down too much because I like having the casters there. Okay.
That is sick, and that comes right after. That comes right after Kevster ends up trying to use his Blizzard and it gets taken out. So that's huge there to be able to pick up these kills. Gladiator's gonna.
I was gonna do the other time, but then I realized that if I do that, I might pause the video and accident. We need to realign the video.
50 on the clock.
All right. So basically, they have 3 seconds less than you would if you just started them out to get one tick.
They'll try and isolate Muse.
Mm-hmm.
See, Muse, look out!
So they love going for left side map control.
He won't challenge. He won't move up to sort of the broken turret. And so a
Well,
lot
also
of space
give him
given
a
to the
lot of
shot
good
here.
sight lines.
There's the May wall. Muse again being pressured.
Keep super up with
They got May walled out.
Yeah, it's kind of the name of
Good
the game
lamp.
right now, right? Trying to separate players with these May walls.
Super red
I mean, they're just gonna. Shock's just gonna run back. The thing here is that Shock's gonna run back and try to disengage, and Gladiators are gonna try to get aggressive to build up their ults as quick as they can because they need to win off of ultimates.
Oh, they caught May.
Yeah, that was gonna happen. They wanted to build their ults fast because they were afraid that they need that ult pool to be able to win for a full 4 minutes, and Shock knew that and disengaged out.
Yeah, that was smart.
Towards the point. That'll be the Amp Matrix in the high ground from Shu, but it may not be enough.
Yeah, I mean, an attempt there for Burner to go for a flank with
Big
Bionic
slam.
Aura, popped by
Yeah,
Violet,
unless,
keeps
once
him
again,
alive under the scrutiny of McCring.
Shock Shu's up here, it's gonna be there we go. That's what we like to see.
Right now, but it doesn't matter.
That's what we like to see. So chat, I'm gonna quickly change it to this scene very quickly, and I'm gonna turn the volume down by just a little.
I would say pretty one-sided performance here on
How is that volume?
Really dominant performance.
How is that volume?
Tremendous plays to stall it out. Gladiators need like a Herculean.
How was that volume?
Space with the self-destruct to get it across.
In comparison, I turned it down about 10%. Is that better?
Francisco, no defense offered by the Gladiators. They just got rolling. It's had a tremendous time. That was going to be difficult to beat no matter what.
That striker's pretty nasty. I can tell you from the cards he gets 26.
Is that a little bit better now? All right, good. I don't want to take the casters away completely on it. We do have the option to have no casters with the two, but I like the casters there. I like the casters.
How much of a difference he
It's the same.
San Francisco,
Okay, yeah.
maybe some substitutions.
Good. All right, perfect.
As I saw Nero type
Let's go.
in match chat. We may see a different DPS now.
Got a little bit lower, but it should be good. Perfect. Well, there we go. All right, so
we'll have map number 3.
while we're having a little bit of a break here, chat. Wait, actually, I gotta check something. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do something very quickly here. Oh, they made a highlight during that. You can see it said highlight received. I am going to do this because I didn't have time to play this at the beginning, so I'm gonna play it right now. 1 second. Let me go to this. Now, it's a little bit scuffed. It's going to be a little bit scuffed because when I play this video, what's going to end up happening is you're going to see our webcams because I didn't set it up the way I was supposed to, but you know what? It's fine. All right, here we go. Y'all ready?
Golden States! A golden stage! A golden crown! The San Francisco Shock are your 2019 Overwatch League champions!
They say that once you've won a championship, you might be less hungry to win another.
Big shadow on the back, and the LA Gladiators come back.
There it is. The San Francisco Shock fall.
So they lose those first 2 matches. From that moment on, they've been really strong.
We've seen depth, we've seen resilience, we've seen innovation.
What more can you ask from the Shock, really?
That's all it's going to take for San Francisco. They are your victors of the Overwatch League May Melee.
But every single person from the Fusion are cut down. The Countdown Cup is theirs. The secret weapon in Super comes out, finding the reverse sweep. Shock take the W.
So much up against them this season.
And still, the San Francisco Shock strike back.
Doesn't matter. San Francisco just battles throughout all of it to win.
Pressure's on for the Shock. We're going to get this underway. One almost goes down to him, in fact. Striker's going to follow up with the kill. OT is ticking down. Someone has to touch. Someone has to touch. And the San Francisco Shock are just going to do it.
This is the matchup everybody has been waiting to see.
The Flux finds both supports around the back. The minefields are out on the point. They find Striker, but they need so much more than that. The OT bleeds away, and that is it. The San Francisco Shock take this series.
Tonight, we will crown our Overwatch League champion. for 2020.
This one could go the distance.
Gesture falls, Toby follows. Joy Over gonna chase in after Marvel, and the whole hog. Whoever said lightning doesn't strike twice has never met the San Francisco Shock. San Francisco has cemented themselves as the greatest team in Overwatch, back-to-back champions.
Every time they add somebody, they just get better and better, and they've been here before. Nerves are not going to be an issue.
And there you go, chat. Hope you all enjoyed that little video that Shock had made.
Honestly, good hype video.
Yeah, that was a good video. That was a good video.
You know, last year was tough on a lot of teams. You know, honestly, last year there's a lot of weight and holding and winning last year, and title in back-to-back, and with all the the shift for COVID, and going homestands, traveling the whole world to having to go back inside and not going anywhere, and being able to have to play on whether it was high ping or whatever problems teams were facing, I think it says a lot to a lot of these players, the orgs, and how much they went through and how they're persevered, and we got to still watch Overwatch League last year and winning another title for the Shock specifically. That's
now. Are you ready?
I'm glad we get this.
Are you ready for them now to win a third now?
Of course,
a third. That's what we're hoping for here. I just gotta check one thing.
Of course.
Give me a second here. And we'll be good to go. On to the next match, hopefully. We're just waiting on everything to start up for the next match here. 1-1 so far. Really, 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 really good matchup, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So, yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
So when does Shock make videos and stuff? Because when did our video came? Did our video come out last Tuesday? I think it did.
Did you say? I was just checking one thing.
Our tier list, our team tier list. When did that come out?
I think it came out last week. Our tier list was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Our tier list was awesome. Clearly it was one of the best things you've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Clearly it was one of the best things you've ever seen. All right, we're good. I said I'd get everything set up with that. All right, let me just double check one thing. Sorry, chat. I just had to get something going. So.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I think they put out stuff like that all the time.
Yeah, I think if I'm correct, they do it every Tuesday and Thursday.
That sounds.
I think they generally have been doing every video on Tuesday and Thursday, and obviously they should subscribe to the YouTube. They're currently watching right now.
Subscribe.
They're currently watching right now. Okay.
True.
So we're waiting on this next matchup here. They're just going through I think they're just waiting to start the next match, so we'll get it going right when it's time to go. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we'll be good to go. Got to keep it going. Keep it rolling. Hope everybody's been enjoying the co-stream. I'm having fun watching the matches. It's cool to be able to watch the matches live, which I'm really excited about. So, which is I've never really been able to watch them at the same time as being able to, you know what I mean? So it's really cool to be able to do that. It's been a really cool opportunity. So, yeah, I think. So how's everything going with the camera flats?
I don't know how. Okay, I don't know how. I'm trying. I'm trying, dude. I really am. But if you watch my stream, I always face this way. There is no way to go that way. It's not a thing. Oh, I know. I'm staring at chat. If anything, I'm watching you, chat. I'm making sure that you guys are cheering on the Shock. It's like I'm a chameleon, and I'm watching both ways. I'm watching the games, and I'm watching you guys. Okay, I'm always looking out. But otherwise, I always face this direction. I don't know. Next time I'll move the setup that way, and you guys can face that direction, I guess. Or
is it going to be... Here, you know what? I think I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can flip the camera. I got you. I think I can actually do it myself.
But I move my whole monitor over there.
Give me 1 second here. Let me do
like this.
I think I can do it. Oh my god, I actually can do it. Wait, I thought that wasn't gonna work. I thought I was gonna.
Wait, you fixed it?
I didn't know I could do that.
Why have I been doing this the last 20 minutes?
I don't know. I didn't even know what I was doing. Oh, that's great. Wow, we should have done that from the get-go.
This is just like ranked. I do all this work to try to make something work. And then you're like, oh, I could just help. And,
oh, wow, that's great.
Do it. Like, why did I do all this other stuff?
Well, I don't know. Listen. Oh, that's great. We can change it again.
I'm flipped?
I mean, I can change it again.
What do you mean change it again? You gonna put me upside down?
I don't think I can do that. I mean, 1 second. Let me look.
No, don't put me upside down. I don't want to go upside down.
Okay. We're good. We're good. I think everything is good now. Chat, are we good now? Does this seem good?
Now I'm backward. Oh my god, I'm done.
No, I fixed it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Are you? You.
Is this good?
Yeah, this looks great, dude. Well, we're really top tier right now.
This is good quality, right?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh man, this is going well.
Hey, thanks.
All right, I think the match is back on. Let me get you back. Let me get you.
Thanks. Can you pull me down from the ceiling, please? I'm stuck.
Okay. I don't know how to do it. 1 second.
What do you don't know how to do it? You flip me upside down. You don't want to pull me back?
I've never done this before. Okay, now you're back to where we started. Now you're back to where we started.
Now put me the other way.
Okay, I'm trying. 1 second. There we go. We're good. Okay, we're on to Gibraltar now. Okay, give me 1 second here. Okay, let me get it opened up here so I don't. Okay, and let me get the volume going.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Volume should be at a good spot. All right, and we are.
If this sticks. So right now we sit 1-1.
Back.
One very close back and forth. The Shock use really interesting composition with McCree, Soldier 76. They put that away for map number 2. They look really strong playing the Rush style composition with Super in the mix.
We did great.
Now we go over to
Gibraltar,
all tied up for 1 apiece. Just waiting for some of the subs to get flushed out. So you can
Everything's
see
good as
the
gravy.
Gladiators.
Speaking of McGravy, aren't you guys doing co-stream Sunday?
Nero moves over to Tank.
Yes, McGravy will be coming on the co-stream on Sunday. Which will be really fun. And I think if I'm correct, I'm not going to look at my phone to look up the schedule to see who they're playing. I'm just looking at my phone. Oh, my dad texted me 1 second.
And all the supports in the past.
Hey, why are you so
to see
awesome?
What the Violet
come on,
DPS
Dad.
looks like.
Thank
by the way, we have Glister coming in as well.
He's
for the Shock. So our first look at Glister.
I think they're playing Houston. If I recall correctly. If I recall correctly. Also, am I seeing this right? Is Violet on DPS?
I mean, competing over in the APAC region last year, they're up against some of the very best teams in the world. And Glister really started to emerge as a true top talent.
He is.
Can you imagine, Mitch?
Wait a minute.
If the answer for their hit scan after losing,
are they gonna stick him on McCree Widow?
as the Widow player.
Yeah, you have Twilight, by the way, an incredible, literally.
This is interesting.
Just sat there waiting. This team is just, I don't know, man.
If we get a Violet Widowmaker battle against here,
Dude, I can imagine.
This is what we came.
This is gonna be a matchup.
This is what we've all signed up for. Is this?
Turn up. Sorry, Bung Bung. Yeah, you're on the bench again.
What were you saying about subbing to the Shock YouTube? I missed what you said.
Jonax
Sub to the Shock YouTube.
Okay.
You haven't already. For more top tier content.
Yep. It's gonna be every single Shock match.
Knows what happens here.
By the way,
as we jump in here.
Violet is on DPS.
The Los Angeles Gladiators on defense. Of course,
that's why I went, whoa.
Violet is on DPS right now.
The fastest time on Gibraltar ever.
This is just, I did not expect this. We currently right now have, just to make this clear, we have, and you'll see here in a second once the map loads in, we have Twilight, FD God, and Violet in the same lineup on Gibraltar, with Twilight and FD God on support, and Violet on DPS. And this is an insanely good matchup. Gladiators and Shock is an insanely good matchup.
Are they going to TP them on the bridge?
Let's go.
They're going for the Hog Zarya hook combo on the bridge.
Now debuting on DPS here in the Overwatch League.
Oh
my!
This is interesting.
Okay.
Wait, I was leading the charge. No fear.
Okay, let's go.
He's like, I got a gun. I can kill people now. We're good.
Very aggressive. I mean, he is frontline here as McCree, but.
What's the oh my!
Okay.
Instantly takes a hit off.
And Violet gets 2 kills right away.
That's opening the door right there.
It's now and Shock looks like they're gonna win this matchup. Because I think Mirror might die here. And obviously, if you haven't noticed, you know, this is going to be an exciting comp. So far, if anybody's wondering, they're running what we call the double bubble comp, which is where you have Winston Zarya. Both teams are, and then you have an Ana and a Brig. Ana is there to nano boost Winston most of the time. And yeah, and you basically just play off of the bubbles. That's why they call it double bubble. You have Winston bubble, and you have Zarya bubbles. Double bubble.
The Brig protects the Ana from the opposing team's Winston.
Yep. Here as well, causing some serious.
Oh my!
Ooh, Violet!
Oh my! This is just illegal. This should be illegal.
This is amazing.
You can't play everything. That's not fair.
This is a.
What about the rest of us?
This is a tremendously good problem to have.
Haven't you been playing McCree in ranked? Are you getting similar results? Or?
Whatever you want.
Masters.
And he seems to just have the magic. Twilight.
I mean, I fell back in the diamond, but hey, you know what? That's just sometimes that happens. It's about the grind. It's about the experience.
Exactly. That's fine. That's fine. All right. Let's see what we got here ult-wise. Looks like almost every ult on Shock except for, I guess, except for Choi and FD God. But I mean, they'll get those ults soon enough. It's hard to build Grav on attack initially here because of all the high ground. Looks like
where's the Nano going to Smurf? Oh, went on to Smurf. Oh, the Brig is 1. Oh, they might be able to kill. He's trying.
Maybe. Which would be a big pick, actually. Nah, they're done in that fight.
It'd be pretty dangerous, obviously, with Smurf.
They're done in that fight. It did look like Gladiators actually held a lot. Second point Gibraltar is really hard.
Yep. This is tough.
It's fine. The Carts made some decent progress here. And the Gladiators, though, they have a nano boost of their own news.
It's really hard to be able to
a lopsided Winston ult states right now.
Take second point if the other team plays aggressively on defense. That is.
Probably more effective,
not going to low ground, so he's going to be by himself for a little bit.
FD God goes down as Muse didn't even have to get nano boosted for this fight, so that's a big result for the Gladiators once more.
Yeah, the key is they're going to have to try to take this top right, survive the Winston engage with the bubble, force the Winston out, then take the top right mega room, like that area, and then be able to push them off the top. There's a lot of, like, that's what makes this point so tough, is there's, like, instead of normally there's point A, point B to take it, this one has C, D, E, and F that you need to do all those as well.
Okay. Be a Deadeye from up top. Nice knockdown.
I like that.
That'll be Birdring who takes out
right now. Oh, that's a huge pick, and that should be a free kill. On no, never mind. I was gonna say if they were able to find Brig, then it would have been
that's all I need right now though, because they're gonna.
That was me. You made me 1 second ahead. Oh, let's go.
That might take them the whole point.
I think that will take the point. I don't think there's a really What else does Gladiators have? They're gonna get that point. That was insanely good play. That was insane. Looks like they might be trying to go for it right now, actually. Kepster's going to touch. Oh, wow. And now, it's not going to be not going to be the biggest deal that they went for that, but that was a little bit of indecision right there. It looked like they thought about going for it, but then Kevster had to use his Kevster had a recall right away, which made it pretty much impossible to retake. But if Kevster went there, survived for 2 more seconds, they're gonna nano Winston in, and then you might have a little bit of a tougher fight there.
Yep.
And then normally if they didn't go for it there, they would have had to pretty much jump off the map anyway. So for them, it was a little bit of a risk reward.
There's a lot of risk associated with playing McCree in this sort of metagame. Dealing with
They're
so much dive.
They're trying to take the top here.
Yes, it seems like guys don't want to take the top, but because I mean high ground control on attack is insanely good. You want to have high ground control.
Still moving here.
Oh, Smurf spots Birdering going for the flank high noon.
Yes,
oh my god.
That was a huge heads-up play from Smurf.
By the way, Flats, can you like pause 1 second and like play it at that point? Just one second. We're like almost perfect.
Oh wow.
Yep.
They should be pushing the car through.
Perfect, thank you.
That's 3:20.
It should have just finished. Nice. All right, they want me to fix your webcam again, so let me do that very quickly.
Did you?
No, I didn't do it, but like it's different per like scene.
I think this is obviously
So this should work if I do that. There we go. Better?
Look, you can
Let's
build
do it.
this team around
If that's happy with that.
Anna and break.
Oh man, that was really good.
You can say, hey, focus on
what would you
your,
call that team comp there? That Shock was running
there. And when we only want, when we have one person on the map who's got to play those, and we have Anna in the mix.
No, then running. They have the 3 support players playing.
I obviously think that he can have enough impact on Baptiste to justify keeping him in the support role for that. But obviously,
I don't know. Violet comp
struggles to have a ton of impact.
Violet does everything comp.
Supportal combat.
Yeah, she has decent throughput, but a lot of the time she can be shut down by Winston just putting a bubble down, or Zarya sort of bubbling someone to try and sort of, sleek them. So maybe
if I had my side camera, I would have used it right there.
Impact on putting
yeah, don't worry, I used it for you.
As opposed to sitting on Arnold. We know Twilight's an incredibly good flex. This is the crazy thing, is that their backup flex support player is like a starting player on any other roster in this league.
It's also a map where you're not going to ask your McCree player to play like anything else outside of like another like long range hit scan.
This is just so impressive.
I know.
DPS pool even is.
Sure.
I mean, we never
I know.
asked that question, but with how good his aim is on support, and we talk about like how much damage he always puts down on like the Baptiste or the Zen. Him picking up like McCree, Ashe, and Widow is not
all right, here we go.
Thing.
Well, not now.
See if they have a really good defense. I mean, that attack is 320 on the clock. Are you kidding me?
Do his best to dodge
especially on Gibraltar. And that's all because of second. They got a couple fights on second. That could have been almost 5 minutes.
No, it could have been. Literally, if it wasn't for those couple team fights. And I'm surprised. I mean, it's where Gladiators were taking the fight at. They were taking it a little bit further back. So by the time Shock won one team fight, that was it, right? It doesn't mean that they played it incorrectly. It was just Shock played it so well.
Big sleep down across the map.
That was a good sleep. What the heck?
That was
they'll
good.
Protect them though.
That was really good.
Violet just playing with no fear though. You gotta love to see it.
Have to fall back from that high ground, but Cart's still moving.
Choi just walked into their team, took a kill, and just left.
Damn.
They're gonna lose Shu, so that's
just didn't care.
Chunk of the healing here for the Gladiators.
San Francisco must be aware of this. Yeah, they've actually stopped the cart pushing now. It has made its way through this underpass for the most part. They're still going to have to be
so right now, it looks like they're going to have Nano, and if they're going to be able to use Nano correctly here, then it's going to be basically both Winstons are going to get nanoed right now, and whoever does a better job at like winning the backline fight is probably going to win the fight. From what I'm seeing right now, at least.
On a silver platter.
Twilight immediately gave Nano to Smurf, and Gladiators held on to it. So I'm curious to see if they just counter with their Nano now.
I think they're gonna.
Yeah.
I think it was because they were too far back.
Which makes sense. That's a really good grab. That is a really good grab. Oh, you love to see that.
It looks like they might be just stacking support ults. I mean, stacking all their ults actually.
Yeah,
they're gonna go to a 6 ult fight here,
which is kind of well, they use outside of Nano obviously, which is kind of a tough play to go for if they're just relying purely on that right now, because it seems like Shock once again is super comfortable with playing this like high ground defensive comp, and even they did it with Rush too. They want to play super defensive on like the maps where they're comfortable at, and you're just watching them do the same setup every single time and going, hey, break our team comp. And obviously they're going to have a big EMP coming in right now, so I imagine they might engage the EMP. And then they'll have Brig Ult if they need to win the fight. But it really depends how good of a, I was going to say, how good of a Brig Ult FD God has.
I think FD God heard the Sombra noise when she walked by.
I think might have what happened actually. I think Twilight was purple, and the only way to actually heal Twilight there is to go into that. Into Brig Ult. I could be wrong. You might be right about the Sombra play, but I think that's why FD God did that right there.
Okay.
Everybody was so.
Either way, that was going to be almost a near impossible.
Fight
to win.
Oh, absolutely.
Specifically, EMP, Nano, Monkey, and Pulse Bomb, Grab. That was tough.
I mean, speaking of the Gulag, I'm
but
sure Krusty's thinking of
still a pretty good first point. They really can't complain about that.
Don't forget, seconds is the real hold.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'll be one that they'll get the replay.
They're going to want to take shit back from
yes, well, that's why Gladiators are taking the high ground, too, is they know they want to be able to take that, which is, you know.
Troy recognizes it. He's going up.
Although that fight does give the Gladiators a lot of high
It looks like Shock wants to try to...
This is where the Shock...
No, maybe not. It looked like they were going to, but their Winston's already really low.
In their offense.
Yeah, they're just kind of playing it safe for now. They feel like that once they get to a certain part of the map, they're going to be able to hold it no matter what. Which oh, let's go. So this should definitely be a fight, and that Shock takes. And these are one of those fights that are so important. It could be like literally the difference in a map. When you lose that first fight and then you're able to get high ground control on this map, it is so good. And now you're going to see we're going to have Nano for Smurf, which obviously they're more likely going to Nano Smurf into the team, which then will build up a fast Winston ult, and then you're going to be rotating ults the whole time, right? And then obviously they're going to be able to use, by the time those fights are done with, FD God will have Brig ult, they can use Brig ult to survive, and it's going to come down to Gladiator's EMP at that point.
How does Mira get up there? Outside of going
and being the Zarya in the comp for Gladiators, for example, it can be tough to build grab here because of all the high ground, too.
Just bubbling the Winston in, right? The Winston being able to put enough damage, enough
so you should probably see a Smurf get nanoed. There it is.
Yep, there it is.
He now has a really fast ultimate. He's not going to overpush it, because if he overpushes, he might die.
Charge.
And now he's... Oh, yeah.
They feel so good.
What a boot, though, right there. That saved them for at least now.
This is the Hotel California, by the way.
I think they're just going to corral him in there. Just hold out. Just wait. Play it slow.
Yep.
For the rest of time.
He goes in there with the primal.
Yeah, they're just playing it safe. Huge pick by Violet.
That's exactly what they needed too.
That is crazy.
Space on the back end with the Tracer, and to give them a chance to get out of this hallway. But
and there's the primal.
Shut it down.
There it is. Yeah, I mean, if your Tracer's getting, losing those fights, there's really not much you can do at that point. And honestly, Gladiator stayed in that room for a long time, which gave the longer that Gladiator stayed in there, the more opportunity it gave for Shock to come up with even better plans on how they wanted to play it. And Smurf did a really good job, because when you saw that room there, I know some mistakes that would just jump into that room, get bashed by Brig immediately. That's a classic.
That's also why I'm not a pro, though.
Yeah, you go in there and you go, oh, I got one shot.
Yeah, I popped Primal, I got hit by 3 CCs, and I died.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand why.
That was insanely good play right there.
Here's a 6 ult fight again. Here it is.
Yep.
Mira's dead. Mira, okay. Nano boost there. Zarya, okay, grab him. Glista.
They solo grabbed
He spent most of the round suspended inside these Graviton Surges, poor guy. Mira
that was wonderful.
Now looking pretty well charged up here. Takes a bunch of damage. Very low and
Violet again.
Fight.
Oh my.
This is literally illegal. This is unfair. This is actually this isn't fair.
And this is insane. And the most insane part about this is now once again Twilight has Nano, and they're gonna give it to Smurf, and it's gonna be tough for them to get there. But Violet is popping off right now.
I mean, this is against
Violet's holding it down on the back line.
Oh my.
This is a crazy good performance from Violet.
3 seconds left, Matt. Time is ticking. Smurf is at it again. Okay, slept. That's going to slow him down for the time being. Birdering switches to the McCree, gets rid of Violet. Biggest threat of the shot. Arguably taken off the table, but Smurf swings. The flying
it is a 5v5 right now, though. And Violet is down.
Smurf's going to get the Violet. I mean, the Brig.
If Smurf can get this kill right here, it's going to be huge. I think Gladiators
is making them support each other, so the Winston's not getting support.
Perfect bubble right there.
Yep.
Let's go.
Very long. A reload now, and Kevster better make himself scarce because the sheriff's in town.
And Shock takes that map, and that wasn't even close.
Convincing victory.
Violet on DPS.
There we go.
Map now.
The 3 support comp?
I was just
Violet diff.
Yes, Violet popped off right there. Holy heck.
The
that was awesome.
Of like, okay,
that you did not expect that. I didn't. I did not expect that team up. I expected some, you know, some different like variations of comps and variations of players. I did not expect Violet on DPS, and Violet popped off.
You know, Galisto is very good on the trace reach.
And like I said, this is against Gladiators. Gladiators are very good.
On the
also great getting solo
Violet
like 3 times.
Wow.
Poor guy.
Wow.
You would know how we think of the Gladiators if you saw our team tier video and sub to the Shock channel.
On this YouTube, they're on right now?
Yep.
You can sub to it, you can watch our tier list, which clearly we knew what we were talking about.
Yep. Okay, I argued that both these teams were top tier.
And I think they're both very, very, very good teams.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, take a deep breath now. San Francisco Shock carrying on that form from 2020. Let's see if they can finish the series, or if the Gladiators can stay alive.
Also, speaking of some, actually, I don't even know where I was going with that one. If you join the Shock Discord they have, they do OWL predictions there, and they do OWL token giveaways and all that. Where you're able to basically predict the matches for the week, and then I think they do it. I think they do it each week, but you have to get some confirmation on that. And you're able to have an opportunity to win some OWL tokens, which obviously the Shock skins are awesome. So that was really good. Now, what is the next map going to be? I'm actually curious. I didn't get to see what it was.
We saw the map pool, but I don't remember.
So, you know, it actually might be a Koth, right? Because if I'm
Koth is a tiebreaker. It's it's
2CP.
It's 2CP.
Oh, let's go. It's gonna be what is it gonna be? Volskaya maybe, or
I don't remember.
I think there should be a link right there in the chat. If you see it, that should be the Discord link. So I'm vibing right now.
I hope it's Hanamura.
Hanamura, you know what? Hanamura is actually one of my highest win rate maps in ranked. Mainly because I'm able to kind of just stand there on second point and kind of talk to chat and kind of vibe.
Yeah, it's your highest win rate 2CP because that is my home of a map. I hold first point better than most.
I don't think I've ever held first point Hanamura with you.
We literally did it today.
Did we?
We literally full held it today.
Don't think so.
No, we did. We 100% did.
I don't remember that.
How do you not remember? Oh, you were AFK reading chat. Well, I'm over there like, run. Sorry. Make wall. Break wall. Okay, and then I'm making all. Let's go.
Are you kidding? The only thing you do on Hanamura is, I'm taking Ryan off the map with me every single time. It'll be like a 4v5. Flats will charge in. Take it right off the map with me. We don't need your shield there.
Listen. I have done it to the best. I've done it to the worst. I've done it to everybody. If you walk up to me when I'm on first point attack Hanamura and you walk up on the door and try to fire strike me right away, I'm taking us both off the back end of the map. We're gone.
Okay.
That's a 5v5. Good luck to everybody else. And we win that like 90% of the time because the other team all chases me back towards the bell, and then you guys just walk through the choke and kill him for free. Easy clap. Big brain.
Well, when I play Ryan, MTD means main tank down. Man, I'm vibing. I haven't listened to music in a while. This is... Woo!
That was cold, dude. That was cold. It was cold.
Definitely a super scrappy fight to get with the SS Shock because they're a very confident team. They always play confident. You know, we've versed them a lot of times, especially at the start of the season. So we're just gonna make it a good one. It'll be a really close match, and we'll see you guys there. Okay, I'll see you, Super, I will see you there. You better not be on Zarya, because that's going to be big Zarya diff. Just stick to Ryan, brother.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, Super sat there like, I got my boy Trick open in the back. I think I'm good. Yeah,
the score of the current match is 2-1 Shock. If Shock wins this next match, they win the whole
look, the
match.
first map was really quite
This next map, that
competitive
is.
here. I think
They don't,
Cisco maybe
it
did
goes to the
the
5th
best.
map,
Show us
and the winner of that map wins it all.
Obviously,
But we want Shock to
control.
3-1. We want Shock to 3-1 right now.
Yeah.
The next
Yep.
two maps, the next two payload
Because then that would go well with our tier list that we made
one-sided.
on this.
What's your take on this violent DPS?
That's true. It would actually.
Professor Morel.
You know, because we have Shock in what, S tier?
It's legit.
Yep.
I checked
What
Twitter.
what do you think they're gonna run here?
And he, I guess Overwatch League tweeted out.
I don't, what map is it again?
Let us know.
I'm gonna guess for
Hanamura,
Rush
I
Con.
think,
No, no.
right?
A lot of
Yes,
teams are.
players
It's either gonna
both
be a
tweeted
double
it.
bubble, or
That's
one
why
team's gonna run double bubble, or it's gonna be just Rush.
Which
I think it'll be a
I
Rush.
don't think
Con.
defending team
pretty
runs
good.
double bubble.
We can take
No.
a look at his McCree.
But teams might run it. Actually, it's more Volskaya. Let's just keep guessing every comp until we get there, and then we'll be like, oh yeah, that comp. Yeah, no,
I think they're gonna run some kind of Maycom. Just
yeah,
shut
with
down
May.
the coach,
Yeah, and
right?
it's gonna be, yeah, I think they're gonna run like a comp that should work here. I'm thinking
I think it's a different level, right? Of like,
One second, my dad's
they're
texting me.
going against a team who a lot of people are putting like #1 in their
Yeah,
power
what'd he say?
rankings. Like top
he said I'm doing
worst.
great. Oh, thank you, Dad.
Bergring, who's like a legend of the game.
How
am I
doing?
Webster,
Do you think I'm doing
who
okay?
we expect to have a huge breakout year.
Oh yeah.
And he was.
Okay, now he's texting me right
was, like,
now.
on par.
So yeah, I think the comp that's gonna be. Oh wait, he just texted back.
Them in that map.
Oh.
It's
Really?
just wild. I think I saw McGregor.
Oh, you were watching.
Whenever
Yeah.
I like get paid, pay him more. It's like.
Okay.
At this point,
But yeah,
what
I think on this map,
what can he not
going
do?
into how much how.
I mean, the guys.
This is
I don't know how much longer I can.
Yeah, Violet as an individual, kind of showing us that there's yet another level.
What were you
Going
saying, Flats?
to pro players.
I asked if you what your dad said about me. You didn't say anything.
Well, I'm waiting for him to text me back.
First Grand
okay.
Finals 2020, 2019
Dude, I
Grand
said hi.
Finals, Countdown Cup, May Melee.
Ooh, look at those
2019
accolades.
Stage 2 playoffs, as if we had to dig deep for more accolades. We're 2019 Stage 1 and 3 playoffs, they were second place. So, I mean, it has been a consistently upward trajectory.
I mean, look at all the first places. I have half of it covered up by the webcam right now, but first place.
And
then
I mean, the two big ones that all that matter are the grand finals.
And it's just an absolute mess.
Winning it all is the ultimate prize.
Supers yet to come of age, and you've seen
It
sort of
is.
the structure and the culture.
Yep, we'd be able to see that right now if I didn't have the webcam covering it.
By brick over those years, and now it's a colossal.
Score is Shock 2, Gladiators 1. Gladiators took the first map. Shock have won the last 2. We just came off of.
It may not be the case at this rate.
Gibraltar, where Violet was on DPS and actually popped off on DPS. It was crazy.
Not over as
it was crazy.
Move into the next map. It'll be Hanamura.
Playing really
this is
well.
One where the Gladiators can definitely come
Extremely
out on top
well.
in, right? They go back. You can't see it right now as we take a look at Smurf, his stats, but we do have a lot of subs coming in for this next one. Smurf was pretty good last year.
Decent, yeah.
Yeah, Smurf was pretty good last season.
Last year
Oh,
was
you
such
really?
a
You don't
difficult
say,
year to
huh?
pick
Yeah,
the
oh, wow.
MVP of the entire
So once again, I'm covering up, but first. All 5 was first right there. Smurf popped off.
Got a lot of love at the beginning of the season.
Actually, both Smurf and Super have been popping off in these matches
Smurf
today.
enough, I feel like.
That's true.
Look at I mean, I don't even have to
That
tell you
Eichenwalde
the
was-
stats.
Eichenwalde
That
Super
was
was
a big tank tip.
playing insanely well,
tremendous
and
difference
Smurf obviously was
I
just
mean, I
playing
think we saw it as well
insanely well in the last
we saw
map.
Super play Ryan and Winston in map number 1, and that was fine. I mean, he looked pretty good.
What do you think? Do you think the?
They looked
I think they're gonna run some type of
Smurf clowned on
heavy
on
tank
the
May
Gladiators
comp
last
here.
map, especially
Yeah,
That's my
Yep.
yes.
You know, the Gladiators
I'm
are
going to
trapped on
assume
stairwell.
that
Smurf
based off
goes
of
in
what
there
we've
first,
seen
goes in
so
there with
far,
elevators, right? So, okay.
they will
Goes in
probably
there,
run
digs
a
little bit.
comp.
He has an ultimate. Then he uses Primal Rage. Then he
They're
stays
probably going to
up.
run Rush,
Then he
is
gets
honestly.
healed up.
But I
Then
also
he
think
gets
about
just-
on
he
Hanamura,
gets like, what,
especially in
4
OWL
days
matches.
on that Primal
You know how
Rage.
in ranked when we just keep going up
That
this
was
little
like
small,
30
like the little
seconds.
stairwell on second
Gladiators
point over and
just
over again and die like 17 times in a row?
domination. Like,
And then eventually
like
somebody
it
after like the
was-
15th
that
time
is
goes,
like
maybe
the
we should
kind
just
of
take
thing
high
that
ground to
we'll
the left.
soon forget as the
In
team.
OWL, everybody really concentrates on
And we don't
taking that
talk
part of the
about, like,
map.
trades
So I'm trying to
on
think about what comp they would
because
want to
they're
run there that
hard.
could work
I mean,
really well.
They're a bunch, but really
So I'm
kind of
definitely curious to see what they run on that
I
stat.
mean, as in like
Probably make it some type of McCree comp.
Could be. I mean, maybe they even run that double hit scan comp they run too.
A trade with the
They seem to like that, but I don't know if that will work. But.
Wait, which one?
Yeah.
So
deal that happened.
Which double hit scan?
It's like 2 years ago now.
well, remember when they ran Soldier McCree? I don't think they're gonna run that. I do think they're gonna run May, but they do have that Soldier McCree comp, and we do have we have Nero back in, we have Striker in, Super's back in.
The shot
we got 3 of them so far.
Yep.
Like in their,
And then we have Violet, Choi, and FD God. So Violet's back on support after just playing DPS and popping off on DPS. Now having a roster like that, oh my.
We're both kind of happy with that.
Oh my.
Looks like
Nero's,
so
it's probably some Echo or May we'll probably see.
Okay.
Right? So Mirror goes back to DPS as Space comes back in the off
Wait,
tank
that actually just tripped me out so
We're
hard.
probably going to see some more D.Va action. Or
Where's the beard?
just the option to be flexible between the two.
Here we go.
Kepster still in, no surprise there.
Here we go.
Comes back.
All right, map 4, Hanamura.
Skewed. And then over on the side of the Shock, Violent, he goes back to playing flex support.
Seeing Super in, I think I'm more inclined to agree that you're right. Rush meta.
Makes you think that,
Yeah.
you know, we
Well, that's one of
the rank up.
One of the strong, like Shock has 2 insanely good main tanks, and the ability to be able to switch off of those comps right now, especially with like Ryan being meta. You know, it's exciting to see. One thing I've enjoyed so far about watching OWL today is we've seen so many different tank comps.
Yep.
That I like the balance of the game that it currently is right now with the tank
Agreed.
comps. You can see that multiple comps can be ran. It's just hard to see that sometimes. A lot of time in ranked, you won't see those comps being ran because OWL isn't on. But when OWL is on, one thing is for sure. Rank starts to kind of, people go, oh, we can run this comp, you know. Right now it's like, people are like, go Rush, but now you can, the people are going, wow, we can run Winston Zarya, Anna, Brig. We can run Ryan D.Va. People are going, where's Ryan Zarya? I think a lot of Ryan Zarya is just tough in these comps. I think D.Va brings a lot of value to team fights. And I think one thing they need to add to D.Va is so when you get back into mech, it does 250 damage.
Considering that they just dominated so hard with, you know, Smurf at main tank and in that last map with Violet at the McCree role.
And now I think you see when Super coming back in, more Reinhardt play.
Flats?
Right? This is where we'll get like probably
Yeah,
what we saw
making
closer
sure.
to.
I'm just reading through.
On terms of composition.
I'm looking for this comp. I'm so curious on this comp.
Yep.
Because like you said, like it's been so different that I don't know what they're gonna walk up.
Exactly what we thought. The Bastion Farah comp we were just talking about before this.
You know what's funny is I thought to myself, FD God pulls out the Mercy pistol and goes for the kill. Super shatters the corner, big slam. Oh, and keep him off Tracer again if they can get the Tracer off. Oh, now back out is the ball. At least gonna be a few more seconds here while Super swings on the onto the Orisa. The Orisa is really hard to kill when she has Fortify, almost impossible.
Good job by Shock. Sorry, I was just quickly trying to see what was up with that, but yeah, it seems to be. I can't really tell the issue. Like I'm getting the issue when I refresh it.
I mean, there was no defense outside of the Bastion setup, right?
Yeah.
That was really good. I just don't know what happens if I restart the stuff. I can try to just.
That the Gladiators did after that. That
I
really
don't know what
kind of
happens
put
either.
any pressure on the Shock.
Like I'm no help here.
I have no idea. And do I?
Just do your best, dude. You're good.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
I you know what? For the one's not crash, I got it.
You got this, dude. You got this. Keep it going. Keep it
Last
going.
time they did that, I reckon, was like Architect in the 2019 finals.
I wonder, are Shock gonna run the same type of defense as the Gladiators did, or no?
Oh wait, I think it's working for me again. It's working for me again.
Oh, it's working out. Let's go.
Okay, it's working again. For people having the error, tell people to refresh. It should work again.
Refresh.
And nothing happened there. Everything was running the same.
So looks like that's the Gladiators will be playing on.
I think there was just an error right there. I think it was just a.
Because they're not bird ringing.
Oh, I don't have a check mark on YouTube, so my try to refresh doesn't. Mine doesn't. Mine doesn't do anything. I don't. I blend in, dude. Oh my.
Yeah, it must have been just like an error with the server or something like that because I didn't have. There was no problems happening across the board. So I mean, I'm not sure.
You probably don't get much done. You can't really get a look in outside of sticky bombs.
Look at scouting here from Choi.
Great scouting opportunity.
Sorry for any of the issues there. I'm not sure what happened, chat. I'm not sure what happened. I think that was just the unfortunate lag out. Sorry about that. Welcome back, everybody. So
we're good to go.
You didn't miss anything. Shock just capped with 2 minutes and 50 seconds, so it's no big deal.
Shock are running out the defense that I thought they were gonna run.
Yes.
With the defensive rush.
Which is good. And they ran the sim comp, which is a very common strat. It's actually a really good strat on Hanamura, too. I love it.
Yep. Very, very good.
Using the TP to get around.
Yeah, and they also close the sideline.
Troy's gonna try to kill the TP because she doesn't want extra respawns coming back. Oh, Troy gets voiced out of mech though.
Yeah, just make it a fight over the point. You don't have to really
they
worry
walled
about
out Choi?
Ever felt
so he can't build up back of his mech.
Look at Choi right now.
The key here is you gotta keep Super up. You gotta keep Super up. Keep Super up. Super is gonna clean up this whole fight.
All right, let's keep it going then.
Come up with a good solution.
Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about the lag out there.
So far.
Sorry about the.
Just as well here.
Oh, unfortunate.
That was just one of the hardest parts about that comp is that when they get the map control like that and you don't have any initial like damage on them to where they have to use a cooldown, they generally are able to take the map control and you're kind of forced in the point, right? And it's not bad to be in the point because obviously when you're on attack and you take the point, you can win it very easily. But if they play it smart and force your cooldowns out first, you pretty much lose the fight, and that's basically what happened right there.
There's a few ways they could take this fight right here. They could go top right. They could TP from the window top right onto point, or they could go main top and TP on the top of the archway.
Exactly.
Above the point.
Yep.
But it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be quick, whatever decision they make here.
Yeah. I agree.
Oh, they hit him with the fake, and they go for the window on the balcony. Super with the big slam!
Oh, big slam! We're all good too now. Everything's all set, so we're popping off. I like it. Big. Did you see the big block by Super right there?
Yep. Huge.
That was awesome. Good job there. Keep it going.
Hey, there we go, Striker. Huge high noon to clean it up. They're in a good spot right now. A lot of ults from both teams honestly came out on that one. They still got wall, and they got a sim ult on the other side,
it's so
but
difficult for Super to play there up on the
I think they'll be able to play
ground
around this here with
Yeah.
what they got.
That was really good team play.
Taking out these shields and just ramps up her damage on them.
So it looks like they're going to commit to the sim strat, but obviously it's because they have sim wall, and honestly, sim wall is a very strong ultimate. So for now, they're going to go this way. They're going to wait on all their cooldowns, and they're going to sim wall in. It's going to be kind of one of those all-in fights because if they don't win the fight, they're still going to be able to kind of come back and go for it. But when you have sim wall, you basically just commit in and go for it.
Where it looks like some of the players in the Shock.
And it looks like Shock's going to play it kind of smart for a bit. That was a really good beat by FD God.
Yep, very good.
Super just keeps swinging on Muse the whole time.
Super needs a little bit of help here. He's in trouble.
That sticks around quite a while.
Striker goes down to the
Oh, wow.
This both Rhines are very low right now. Their trade Rhines, it's a very good trade for the Shock.
Yes. I think this is going to go in Shock's favor.
Yes, 100%.
I think this is going to go in Shock's
Every
favor.
trade is worth.
Once you get one kill on this map, right? Once you get one kill on this map, it's crazy. When you get three right there, unless something crazy happens and you lose every player in your team immediately, you generally can retake. And in Overwatch League, it's even harder to retake it.
Switch. So, like
Super all-ins there, even though he's kind of low to get their Reinhardt very low. Then Choi comes in and cleans it up.
Yeah,
because Super will back much faster than their Ryan will be.
Exactly.
So those trades work out fantastic for the defense.
All right, well, Shock does have a lot of ultimates here, so this might be one of those fights where Gladiators are just going to build ult. They might use Window because you can get Window really fast, try to get a kill, because you can actually win off of Window alone. They'll probably use Window to bait out the ultimates of Shock and then come in with their ultimates after, which obviously they got Mei out there when they did that. That's one of those times where you look at that fight and you go, oh, what's going on? That was planned by Gladiators. They needed to build up their ultimates and get an ult or two out, and they did that. If you look at Shock's ultimates, they got like I think 3 ults out, maybe 2. I don't remember where they were at with High Noon. And once again, when it comes to building your window, it's really easy to build window currently in Overwatch. You can build up that ultimate really fast. So for them, that's worth the trade. And let's say that they screw up there, you might get a Fire Strike kill, and next thing you know, you win that fight anyway. So now they come back, and they're going to have their Mei ult, and if they play it correctly, they'll do well, but obviously Choi is very, 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 very good, and you're going to start to see Choi off-angle, probably the left side here, and he's going to try to eat the ultimate, or at the very least be annoying. See Choi? Yeah, Choi's off-angled at the corner there and trying to eat the Mei ult.
He's looking for it. Look at him. He's being super sneaky, too.
And as you saw, he flew towards the Mei. Now, they might be able to trade on Choi for that, because it was a little bit aggressive, but
oh, Striker with a big pick.
Striker was able to get the pick, and that's what Choi's play was. He was trying to go for that, which was really, really good.
You just put Super down on that ledge.
Yeah. It's so difficult for the Gladiators to get control of that bridge area.
That one, the BAP pick, if you use your BAP on 2 CP, you just have to reset and go again. There is no chance of winning the fight, almost at all. Even if you had 5 other ults, unless you took no damage, the defense side still wins, just because of respawns and chip damage. They're going to go again for this ledge push.
And Striker keeps getting picked. Once again,
Super's going for the wall.
Oh, a nice wall!
Plunges head first into enemy lines.
Smart play. Smart play. And what was smart there, too, is sometimes when you play, you're like, oh, we got to get that D.Va D-Mech, get that D.Va D-Mech. But sometimes when you do that, one swing, next thing you know, you get one shot, and then the team fight changes. So that was really smart to be able to get out like that. That was very, very smart.
I've done that one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where you want FD to come back. You're like, okay, that's enough.
If I learned to not do that, I'd probably be 10 times better.
So this is it. This is the fight right here, by the way. Look at Gladiator's ult pool. This is the fight. If they don't win this fight, it's going to pretty much be over. They have every ult. They're going to commit every ult because at this point they want to get the dub. I mean, in theory, if they draw it, that's still good for them because it's best of 3 or first of 3. That is. Huge. Striker has gone an open and pick almost every team fight.
That was so aggressive, too. He just rolled right in.
Yep. That seems to be like what they want to do is just go for an aggressive play when they start to make their play.
Trades of beats.
Yep.
Run is very low. Gladiator's run is very, very low.
And now for Gladiators, if you watch this,
from Nero, they've been tremendous.
they have one ultimate left. They were able to get spaces out there too. They essentially now have to play for the tie, which playing for the tie will give them another map.
It's all on Super right here. Gotta get this, make sure the shatter gets blocked, and if he blocks the shatter, they can bring it home.
Yep.
DPS player.
Good block. There we go. That's exactly what needed to happen right there.
That was great play. Super's been playing really well today.
We've talked about it
playing lights out.
Yeah, absolutely. Super's been playing extremely well.
Yeah, Nero is playing with Guangzhou for 2 seasons. And last year didn't get to play that much.
Team with Happy and Eileen.
Some visa stuff.
There we go. There we go.
That was clean. That was nice.
And that's it.
Very good. And
unless something crazy happens right now, Shock
they got this.
is going to take the first series of the season.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Let's go.
San Francisco.
Let's go.
That's true. The more things change, the more they stay
Shock
the same.
taking the first.
I hate to say it, but that might have been an MTD at the end.
Oh, that was MTD. That was great play across the board.
That might have been an MTD in those last 2.
And you know what? Just like that, they lose the first map, and like I said, you know, it's not about how they started, it's about how they finished, and they won. 3-1 right there. Amazing play.
3P, but now you add more talent, and you can
3 in a row.
A bit of a different style, right? You know, FD God, you can get really aggressive.
Just like that.
You have, Glister,
easy,
Striker,
easy.
That first game, that first round might have just been synergizing up as a team. They got a few new pieces this year. You know, first round, maybe some jitters. Gladiators were coming out firing too with a different type of comp. But once they settled in, they were good to go.
Let's go. That's a good start to the season.
So you can't ask for a better start than that against one of the toughest teams in the league. A 3-1.
Yep.
Can't ask for more than that.
Sorry about the technical difficulties they had there during a little bit of the beginning of that map. Apologize for that once again. You know, it happens. I hope you all have enjoyed this.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. This is actually a blast. I'm so glad I got a chance to do this.
Oh, I'm sure we're going to see you more for this, Flats.
I hope so. I'd love to be back.
Obviously, on Sunday, we're going to be having McGravy for the Outlaws match. He'll be joining us for Sunday.
I still think this Gladiators.
I think we're going to be doing a post-game player interview with Nero here shortly, chat, unless something changes. So it's going to be a few minutes, though, okay? They obviously got to celebrate their win.
Of
course.
So yeah, we're gonna give that a minute. Make sure if you like the Shock channel, the Shock YouTube, to sub to the Shock. I hope everybody here liked the co-stream. Obviously, it was something that no one's ever. I've never done it. Flats has never done it, so it was kind of one of those. Set everything up and hope for the best. You know what I mean? Set everything up and hope for the best. So.
Kind of go out the window and they can become another.
Okay, so we are going to switch to this scene for a little bit.
Like the Justice, right? For
1 second.
Type is the we've had with the Fuel and
there we go.
Gladiators.
So yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed that. Once again, but obviously we're going to do an interview with Nero once Nero is ready to get on. In the meantime, I want everybody in the chat to once again wish Flats a happy birthday. Today was Flats' birthday.
Aww.
Managed to get up early. Streamed for a bit. Came on here during the birthday, so here he is.
I don't know how I got up this early today, honestly. It must be something about getting old and start waking up earlier.
Flats, how old are you? You just turned 25.
Yeah, I'm 25.
Like,
I'm old. What do you mean?
What?
I mean, I'm not as old as you. I know we're looking into getting you a life alert button off of if you slipping and falling and ranked the other day off the map, but
no, Flats, it's just me getting shattered, okay? Because you're not holding your shield up, or you're dead.
No,
I don't want no. That's clearly that is not okay. I am popping at that point, okay?
Thank you so much, chat, for all the birthday wishes. You guys are very sweet. Thank you so much for having me too. Shock, thank you so much for having me. EMONGG, of course. Thanks for having me. This was a ton of fun. I look forward to getting a chance to do it again. You guys are actually crazy supportive.
Oh, it was
Shocker, very lucky to have such a dedicated, amazing fan base, honestly.
Yeah. Thank you for having us during this. I know it was still a little bit, we got to figure some things out, but I think it went pretty well for the first time doing it. Mm-hmm. I think we did a great job of that, so I'm super excited to be able to kind of have everything.
Scruffness here and there, and upside down, but
I mean, there's sometimes, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I think it was for the first time. I think we can take that and be like, you know what, that was fun, and I'm glad everybody liked it. I'm glad everybody liked it. So
Violet, look at it, 22% crits, 10k damage, almost 11k damage, 15 final blows.
Yep.
For Violet on McCree. What universe are we in right now? What alternate reality have we fallen into?
I'm not sure. That's true. And sometimes, things can be just, I guess, upside down.
I better not be upside down right now. EMONGG?
What's up?
I better not be upside down.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If I open this again, if I switch off of the Overwatch League broadcast, am I upside down?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Tell me the truth.
My dad's texting me 1 second. It's like the scene from Spider-Man.
Why am I upside down again? Okay, dude. Okay. When did you go upside down? How about that?
I didn't do it. You're the one. That's you. Oh,
can't do that again. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it, dude.
What do you mean? Oh man.
Should we think of questions to ask Nero, by the way?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah. What do you think? What are some questions we should ask Nero? That didn't work the way I thought. 1 second.
Questions are like,
yeah.
I'm thinking is like, I don't know. Ask him something about Hanamura because like that was really interesting. The way they were like the way they attacked that, what on the comp they rolled out on, like versus like their bunker, like. But I don't know how to ask. Like, oh hey, like.
Oh, yeah.
That was really cool, and you guys actually popped off. Like, how'd you do that? Like, I can't ask how'd you do that. That's a terrible question.
Well, first of all, if I'm correct, this is his first time playing with Shock, right?
Yes, actually.
So why don't we ask him about his experience? His first match with Shock, how he's feeling, how things are.
That's probably a good question.
I think that is something we could ask. How are you feeling? And then we'll go. Okay, that was great. Have a wonderful day.
You set me up. You had that ready to go the whole time, didn't you?
No, I honestly was. I screwed up the camera rotation thing real bad, and I was losing my shit. Oh, I mean, losing my. Yep. Post game.
Oxygen just escaped my brain. Hold on, I gotta come back for a second. Holy. Oh.
Man.
Am I back to normal? Am I back to normal? Am I not back to normal? No, am I? Okay.
We're still waiting, chat, on Nero.
Yeah, give him a little time. You gotta celebrate. You gotta talk about. You gotta hype everybody up who did well. Yep. Be like, hey, good job. Swear.
It's post game, okay?
Normally it's me. My favorite, dude. Whenever that you always have like a spot, like a surprise sponsor stream, and I forget.
Oh yeah.
And I'm in full ranked mode. And I just go bang, beep, 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 beep. And you're just like, heck, yeah, heck. You meant heck, right, Flats? And I'm like, beep. I'm fully leaned in. So normally it's you, or normally it's me.
Oh man. Oh, we're gonna do great in this interview. I can tell.
Oh yeah, this is good.
Are we gonna have his webcam too? Do we need to get him set up with that? Where am I gonna put him?
You gotta figure that out.
I already have an idea. I already have a vision.
You got a vision?
Yep.
What's your vision?
Okay, hear me out.
Okay.
You'll see.
So I gotta wait?
Okay, now if we have his webcam, we can put it in that spot.
Wait, what spot? What spot? My thing's lagging for me because I was like paused from. Oh wait. Oh wait. Why are we sharing?
Okay, we'll see if he's gonna be here soon.
Why am I so small?
Going great. You can't let us have this much downtime in between segments. Oh, I'm having too much time right now. Oh, well, I mean, they're celebrating the win, so you know.
I hate it here.
Man. Yep, this is going well.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, I'm loving it up here.
Yeah, I'm having a blast.
Yep.
Oh man, that's great. Just checking one thing. Oh wait, 1 second. Oh, okay. Oh, we have to wait a second here. All right, maybe I can put you over here again. 1 second, let me.
Oh, you moved me? Uh-oh.
I'm gonna put you back to the. There you go, and then how do I? There you go. We're back. Oh man. All right. Well, now we just vibe out. We're just waiting on Nero. They're just finishing the post team.
Why am I upside down again?
Strat. No, you're back to normal. I have you back to.
Oh.
You're good now. I have you in the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Oh yeah.
Time
you
is
just I don't know, just throw me like at the top left-hand corner or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna be fine.
Oh, okay, I'll just stand here then. I'll sit here.
You're gonna be fine.
Oh.
Well, we're gonna be doing the interview soon, and wait 1 second. Yeah. Yep.
Chad, thank you for being very kind to me today. I appreciate you guys a ton.
Oh, I
always keep up with chat as streamers go on. It's
okay.
Something I always do in my own streams. I'm always like reading everything.
We know what? This is fine. So here's my question. Type 1 in the chat if you enjoyed the co-stream today and you would like to see more of this for matches. I'm curious to see.
Pause.
Wait for it.
Wait for it.
Wait.
It's coming.
Oh, yeah, I gotta fix the webcam.
Oh, here it comes.
Again.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Oh, wait 1 second. Let me put the webcam below the. There we go. Oh, okay. Seems like people enjoyed it.
Wow, that's a lot of ones.
Wow.
That's a lot of ones.
Wow. Okay, that's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Also, just a reminder, once again, that they're going to be doing, if you join the Discord, there's a command for it. I have no idea what the command is. It's obviously Shock's
command Discord
channel. Right? There's a command, and you can join the Discord, and you can do predictions, and there's going to be OWL token giveaways for the predictions for each week with like the matchups and stuff like that. I don't know how it specifically works, but I think they have everything detailed in there. I'll have more information by Sunday's co-stream. Yeah.
Sully,
Sully just came by. Sully, hi.
Sully, come by.
Does Sully want to say hi?
Sully, say hi.
Sully, do you want to say hi? Hi. You want to come say hi? Oh, there we go. Did you hear him?
I barely heard him.
Hi, come here. Bye. Come here. Hi, good boy. How you doing? Good boy. Good boy. Oh. Well.
You see the Shock's tweet?
Oh, what was the tweet?
IBM Watson trying to calculate how the #1 support player is also the #1 DPS player.
Is it?
Go look, dude. Just pull it up.
Well, I don't have all my stuff set up to even remotely.
Chat. If you haven't seen, go on the
I would.
Twitter account, and if you haven't followed it, go follow it.
The Shock Twitter account. Wait, what's their Twitter account?
It's at SF Shock.
You saying to follow the Twitter account?
Yeah, of course, follow the Twitter account.
Follow the Twitter account, okay.
Why wouldn't you?
So follow the Twitter account is what you're saying?
Yeah, follow. There's a blue button at the top. Okay.
There's
actually a few buttons. You can hit the follow button, and then once you hit the follow button, the button turns blue and it goes following, and then you go to the left and there's a button that says notify, and you click that button. And then boom. Every time Shock pulls out a great piece of content and throws it out, boom, then it goes up.
Which you might see some of my stuff on there because I'm obviously a streamer for Shock. So.
I said, yeah.
Which they would retweet that.
Yeah, true.
Which would be amazing.
Right. They do that.
If we did that, and then we
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
What are you saying?
Well, I don't know. I kind of just you were saying something, and I kind of was listening.
You just confused me. What are you doing?
I forgot what did I say. I honestly don't know what I just said.
I don't even know what you were saying.
I don't know what you were saying. What were you saying at that point?
You just repeating everything I was saying with like a little twist on it. And now
I'm confused. I was hyping you up. What were you saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what you were saying. I forgot.
I was talking about following the Shock Twitter and then hitting the notification bell so that you get notified for tweets, and then you started going on some tangent about how they make great tweets and then tweet about you at you and then retweet and then you tweet them and then they retweet you and then I don't know, I got lost.
Happy birthday!
Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate it, buddy.
No problem. That's great. Well, I hope you had a great birthday today.
Yeah, it's been a great day today.
That's awesome. You get to do a lot.
Thanks to Shock for having me and chat. You guys have been awesome.
Yeah. They seem to be. They've been putting something in the chat a lot today. I don't know. What does that say?
I don't know. I can't. My eyes don't see that far. Also, I've watched this video like 19 times already of the computer on fire. I don't know why it's so satisfying to me. I can't stop watching it.
That's a good tweet then.
That's a great tweet. Yeah. It has 11.2K views on it. I think I just racked up another 40.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
That's great. Everybody like my Shock jersey?
Oh, I'm jealous.
Isn't that nice? I have to go to the store after this. I'm gonna wear it out, and they're gonna
nice.
be like,
I heard the store is very far from you.
Yeah, it's really far. I'm gonna have to walk out of my place and be there in about 10 seconds. All right. This is. Oh man. I gotta get some food too. But before that, don't worry, we're gonna be interviewing Nero before we do that. So make sure to. Yep. Whew. We're getting really good at this. This time where we're waiting on the filler time. We're getting really good at this.
We are. We're actually
we're getting way better with it. Holy crap! This is great.
You know, we started off kind of a little like, oh, what do we do? But you know what? It's actually been pretty decent.
Yeah, this has been good. Yeah, this is really good. This is preparing us for when we're in those 10-minute ranked queues that we get sometimes. This is wonderful.
You mean the ones where we either get a 15-second queue or we get a 45-minute queue?
Oh yeah, those are great.
You never really know because you can't sit there and be like, okay, we're gonna queue.
Yeah. Well, but no,
this
is how it works. When you go to the bathroom at insta queues.
Oh, every time.
When you go, okay, I can wait. It's an 11-minute queue, and then you have to go to the bathroom.
Yep.
So.
Yep. It's honestly how it always goes.
That is how it always goes. All right, so here's my question. What did you like today out of the matches? What was one of the fun things about seeing Overwatch League back? Because it's been forever since we've seen Overwatch League.
My favorite always is seeing the varieties of comps and different like play styles.
Yep.
And seeing on how on Ilios, Gladiators walked out on Double Bubble, SF Shock walked out on Brawl. I'm someone who's much more known for my Reinhardt play. I'm much more a Brawl fan.
Okay.
So knowing that, like, hey, you can actually play both, it shows me how good of a state the game's in right now, and how, you know, you can kind of make most things work and most comps work, and being able to see how teams adjust to each other and how they try to play each other. And then, of course, seeing the big plays out of it, you know, when Super going off and getting 1 or 2 of the shatter for easy kills and winning the team fight off of something like that. Like, it's not always about the 6-mans. Those 2-mans are what wins those fights a lot of time. That's stuff that gets me really, really excited, and I love seeing it. So Overwatch League honestly brings a different level of play than we'll ever see in our ranked games. And you know, ranked is fun, and we get to play with a lot of really great players every single day, and you know, the pro players who queue up like every day for their own practice. We get to see sometimes little glimpses of things, but it's not beatable. You can't even compare the two. Like the amount of coordination, the amount of insane skill, the amount of big plays, like, you know, the Maywall Diva Bomb strats, like that's insane. You know, that's stuff that I saw the first time, didn't know what to think, and now you can kind of start to understand it. And you learn so much more about the game, and I kind of love that. That's my 100% my big one. What about you?
Yeah.
What about you? This is when you tell me yours.
Oh well, you know. Let me get here we go. Let me. No, honestly, it's really good to be able to see matches again. One thing that's really fun is that a lot of the time it can actually affect how ranked is for the rest of. In my opinion, it can affect how ranked is the rest of the season. So we were kind of in a spot in ranked where people were only wanted Ryan Zarya, and now we're in a spot where people are going to go, oh, there's Ryan Diva, you can technically play Ryan Zarya. There's going to be Winston Zarya. There's going to be Double Shield, Bastion, Pharah Mercy. Which, I mean, that's going to be great. There's going to be all these various team comps, and now that's what I'm excited to see. So I'm kind of curious to see how the new experimental is going to affect that, because what's also going to happen is I'm pretty sure that the way Overwatch League works is that they play on the current patch that they started on. So if they started on the patch that we are currently playing on, even if the experimental goes through next week, we're still going to have these comps being played, and I'm kind of curious to see what happens with that. So it's really cool when you have Overwatch League going, because then you can have a little bit more of these metas and these different team comps. And if we're in a spot where you can play 4 or 5 different team comps, that will allow for players to not be like, you have to play Ryan Zarya, when they can see that you can play Ryan Diva, and you can play Winston Zarya, and you can play even Ball Diva was an opener they were trying to do. There was different team comps they were running with. There was different stuff. So that's really, really, really cool to see. And I think that is something that I like about Overwatch League. And obviously, I'm being a streamer for Shock now. I'm cheering for Shock. I want to see Shock pop off every single time, which is going to be really cool.
Yeah, of course.
So,
of course.
I'm definitely curious to see where things go with that.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what I want to get to eat tonight too. Oh, never mind. I already know that. But here's my question, Flats. Here's my question for you.
What's up? Hello?
Yeah. I want to know how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Yeah. What's been one of your favorite things about today?
That's a hard question. Today's been kind of an insane day, honestly. My chat made me a really wholesome, nice video. Getting to co-stream this with the Shock and you has been a blast. Oh, hello.
Oh, that is what we were hoping to hear. Hello, Nero.
Hi, how's it going?
How are you doing?
I'm very good, actually. It's fun to match.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats. Honestly, how did it feel to have your first match with Shock? Like, just be able to go in there and pop off and...
Honestly, I was so nervous, but like after we started winning on the second map, I just I felt that adrenaline rush that I just haven't had in like such a long time. It just felt so good, actually.
Dude, that's awesome to hear. Actually, I can't just unplug my camera, but that's awesome to hear. Out of curiosity, I mean, you don't have to give up the full comp. I was curious when you ran Soldier. Is that just for that map specifically? In general?
Yeah. We had an idea because of their roster that they were going to play Echo, So I mean, that soldier comp worked every time in scrims. We just played it like differently in the match because it was our first match. We were like kind of scared. So it should have worked, but we just played it so bad. But yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, you were still. I mean, you were still playing pretty well in that map, but that was really cool to see because I haven't seen much Soldier McCree in general. So I was like, wow, that's really like I love seeing that.
Yeah, Soldier's so fun.
Yeah, Soldier is really fun, and I was curious to see that. It was really cool. So I want to ask about it. Obviously, how as a team, because I guess obviously the team clearly has some great chemistry. How does it feel when you see Violet go out there and pop off on like Gibraltar, for example? Like,
it's so funny because like I feel like everyone on this team. I don't want to say this too loud because you might hear me, but everyone on this team really thinks Violet is like the best player in the world because he's actually just the best player on like every role. It's crazy. Like we expected him to go out there and just hard carry like he did. Like we had no doubt in our mind that he would do it.
That is seriously. It was just really awesome to see. It was just really cool to see it pop off. Like I said, like I imagine, and at least this is it must be like when you first join a team and have to get into the flow of the team and stuff like that. How has that experience been? Going from like join in shock and then finally getting into scrims and being able to play and kind of getting used to how they were playing things. That's got to be kind of an adjustment, right? Like,
yeah. So it was kind of hard at the start because like I was on the same team for 2 years. I was on Guangzhou, and then coming here, it was like everyone was new. I didn't really know anyone personally, and like it was. I wouldn't say it was really hard, but it was kind of hard to adjust to it. But like I feel like our relationship together is like really strong now, especially after this win. I feel like this win definitely bonded us even closer together.
Oh, go ahead, Flats.
I was gonna say I could tell on second once you started clicking on the like that first fight attack, you kind of just saw it. You just kind of saw like you could kind of tell everyone just kind of lit up because the aggression was there, the synergy was there, and you like everyone just was trusting each other so hard, and that's why Capitol was 4 minutes.
We knew we were better. We just had to play our game.
Yep, I was saying, team, I was like, they're 100% the stronger rush team here, and capitalizing all the Maywalls and everything. Like this is their home turf, and this is what's going to set the tempo for the rest of this series is getting the confidence to be like, hey, you know what? We lost the first map. It was really close though. Glads are like good team, but bringing it back that hard on the next map, that's tough. That's great.
Yeah, we had so much confidence going into the second map actually because we knew they would play rush because they switched their roster.
That which makes sense. That's cool that you're able to do that based off of that because obviously the first map you had a plan and it didn't work as you thought, even though it probably will over time as you kind of get the plans down and stuff like that. And they go into Eichenwalde like that. And I noticed the one reason you could tell your team had confidence too is how, for example, when you were on attack, like you didn't even think about going for high ground when you were on when you were pushing second point. You didn't even go for high ground. You're like, we're going to fight in the middle here. They can have high ground if they want because you knew you're going to win the fight regardless. And when you have that type of chemistry and team fight, oh my, that is.
Yeah, we don't need that. Oh, I almost said a bad word.
Oh, don't worry. I already took care of that earlier. You're fine. I already took care of that. Don't worry.
It's very close.
Yeah. See, I already did that. So, and another thing I saw was one more thing about Eichenwalde. And maybe you had talked about it, but I missed it. The part where when they looked like they were going to be able to take third point, how did it feel being able to actually stop that push on third and just be able to stop them there? Because they had like a minute 40 going on into third point, and they were about to take it, and then you had it looked like they were going to win it, and then you were able to come out and stall. I think Super went ball, and then next thing you know, I think you got mail towards the end there, were able to use the mail and then win the fight. That must have felt good.
Yep.
It felt really good. Like I remember, I think that fight Striker killed May. I think he killed Kevster and canceled his mail. We just had so much confidence after that because like we knew that they didn't have anything else to like close the fight on third point, especially since we have fast respawns.
Yep.
So we just knew we could stall it to 0 and then take it on the attack again.
That's awesome. So I guess I have this question. So obviously the next matchup coming up is Outlaws. Is there anything we can what should the Shock fans expect?
I mean, if we play like we did today, that's going to be like an easy 3-0 in my opinion.
Oh, okay. That means it's going to be a short co-stream too. Let's go.
I'll give them a map or maybe not two.
Because you gave Gladiators a map. You don't want to give you don't want to give them 2 maps.
Yeah, exactly.
Just take
it goes all to plan,
But you also got the nerves out too, which is good. So now
exactly.
the next match is just getting down to things and
We know to play our game, and if we play our game, we win. It's easy.
That's awesome.
Do Shock fans, should they expect more Maywalls on Super, since this may be a lot of them haven't seen you too much? I mean, I know, like, you've beaten me. I almost said this to myself more times than I'd like to admit in my own ranked games. But like you said before, you played for Guangzhou, and last year, the league, how it was divvied up. A lot of times you were playing 4 a.m. for US fans. Should they be expecting more of that?
More Maywalls to Super?
Yeah, why not, right?
Maybe in ranked. Definitely not. Oh, I'm not gonna. Okay, knock on wood. Probably not. I mean, let's hope I don't.
No, I loved it. It was great. You guys are kicking on all cylinders. You could tell.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Listen, I don't think we should probably keep you any longer, because you obviously want to go celebrate with the team. I know you were saying you wanted to get right back into ranked right away and go play the ranked grind right now, right? Absolutely. That sounds like a lot of
dinner first.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Obviously, you're gonna go have dinner. Seriously, congratulations. I promise you that in our next ranked games that you get with Flats and I, that I'll try to have Flats not charge in too much or feed a lot.
You never support me. It's I'm like a one-man show.
He just said block a shatter. See, he has seen
it.
He's going to do a better job blocking the shatter with the Maywalls.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Right. You know what? I actually can't argue with that. That's actually kind of fair. That's actually pretty fair.
All right.
That had happened a few times.
Well, listen, congratulations on the win. Not going to keep any longer. Go have fun with the team. I will, I will be watching on Sunday, and I hope that you pop off then too. Seriously, it's always good to see somebody be able to join a team, come in, and be a big part of the win. And I'm glad to hear that you're doing well with it, and I'm glad to hear you're excited. Go have a good rest of your night. Seriously.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congrats,
thanks for talking.
Good luck.
Of course.
Thanks for talking.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for joining us.
Have a great night.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
See you later, everybody.
Alrighty. Well, I think it is the end of the co-stream. I have to go get some food. Flats, it's his birthday. That is going to be it for us. I just before we go, make sure to sub to the Shock YouTube. Sunday we'll be having McGravy on here for the Houston match. You heard Nero. They might be 3-1, maybe 3-0.
He said 3-0.
Everything's going to be, yep.
That's the instinct right there. He wanted to say 3-0, and then was like, oh, maybe I should give him a map. No, they want that 3-0. You know they do.
All right. Make sure to follow the Shock Twitter, sub to the Shock YouTube. With that being said, I'm EMONGG.
I'm Flats. I'm not upside down, right? All right, we're good.
I'm waiting for your anything else?
What?
Anything else you want to say? You got anything else?
Is there something I'm supposed to say? Oh,
we'll see you next. We'll see you next time. Y'all have a wonderful night.
But I'm not here next time.
Well, yeah, you'll be here another time soon. So
yeah, but that's not next time.
Well, that's okay. Well, I will see them next time. Flats.
Yeah, you will. So then why'd you ask me? What if I have anything to say?
Flats, are you streaming later tonight?
Probably.
There you go. I probably am too. We'll see you all then. Have a wonderful day, wonderful night wherever you're from. And obviously, Shock fans, thanks for letting us do this. And I hope you enjoyed. And to anybody who's got the experience, the duos here. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day, wonderful night.
Thanks, Shock, for having me. Have a good night, guys.
See y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.